And while at it, we pick the lessons from same. It would have been great if in all his greatness, he made all the universe at a go. But think about it. With all his power, with all his ability, he made the world in stages, a day at a time.
Nobody greater. Nobody greater.
Isn't it amazing? The man, the God who created the universe by the words of his mouth, made the universe in stages, separate the earth from the firmament, separates the water, and then make the plants grow, animals, all the way to making human beings. Those of us who believe in the creation story. So it's an example to us that don't get overwhelmed and don't try to do everything at a go. Break your tasks down into simple objectives. They say Rome was not built in a day, but it was built daily. So every day, break down your task. Have the big picture in mind. But you can't build right from the foundation and then you have roofed already. So break down your task. In a day, break down your tasks into 5 hours. Into those 5 hours, break them down into some hours, and then within those hours too, bring them down into minutes, so that you know in the next 25 minutes I'm going to get this done. When you're done, you take a 5 minutes break. In the next 25 minutes you're going to do that. If you put them together, poco a poco, break a break, you will realize that over time you would have achieved a master plan. So don't overwhelm yourself by trying to do everything at a go. Break it down. Follow the master one day at a time. Whether you're building a business, a relationship, a family, a startup, or you're building a nation, it's one day at a time. Not everything at a time. Business Sense is brought to you by Stanbic Bank. Some see challenges, but we see opportunities. Where others spot risk, we unlock value. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we partner with businesses driving Ghana and Africa's growth. From energy to mining infrastructure to trade, we finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. Our partnerships with market leaders in the energy, trade, and mining sectors prove that when ambition meets expertise, growth is inevitable. So call us 0302-815-789 to speak to our CIB team or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started. Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, driving growth, creating sustainable impact. My name is Caleb Kuda. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh yes, we've done this with you. We'll keep doing it with you. It's a very interactive show. 0549-986-996. Oh yeah, thank you for making us the best in town. Your number one English speaking radio station. Relevant radio always. Let's do this.
No matter where we are, Africa always calls us home. And here in Ghana, the call is clear: to power growth and create lasting impact. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we are creating giants and connecting businesses. From financing bold energy projects to enabling cleaner, reliable power for industries, we are fueling Ghana's transformation. With our support, Gensa Energy is delivering sustainable energy that powers Goldfields operations, helping them move closer to cleaner, greener mining. This is a story of how we bring businesses together, create jobs, empower communities, and invest in the next generation. Stanbic Bank, delivering sustainable growth, creating impact. To learn more, visit stanbicbank.com.gh.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.1.
Adwa Yankee, hey, Adwa Yankee, hey, Adna Yankee, hey, Adwa Yankee, hey, Adwa Yankee for way to your name. Adwa Yankee for way to your name. Adwa Yankee, hey, Adwa Yankee, yeah, Adwa Yankee, yeah, Adwa Yankee, hey. Adwa Yankee for way to your name. Adwa Yankee for way to your name. Yawoko na wone wo, Yawoko na wone wo. Yawoko na weje wo, Yawoko na weje wo.
Adwa Misa.
No, this one is Adwa Yankee.
Adwa Yankee. Adwa Yankee. I'm bringing you the news review shortly, but we love Papa Yankee. This is CK Man, by the way.
Yeah. And I'm missing Mogo.
Yeah, man.
Mogo,
music of Ghanaian origin.
You know, that is where you find yourself in the company of people who have lived life.
Yeah, man.
You know, who have seen it all.
Thank you.
And who still have some boogie in their bones, to dispense of. You know that. So please, Mogo.
We're bringing you the news review, and that's brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Sika Boom Reloaded. Just save 500 Ghana cedis or more, stand a chance of winning up to 5,000 cedis, 100,000 cedis in the grand draw. Visit any Fidelity Bank branch or agent point, deposit in multiples of 500, and you will win big. If you don't have an account, open one today. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey. Sika Boom style. Promo is on the NLA's Caritas platform. Today, it's a big day, but a bigger day is coming. We have big events coming up. AgriFair 2025. We're excited about it. From the 28th to the 30th of November, A4 Sutherland Children's Park will be bursting at its seams with food crops, food produce from all over the country. We'll be gathering there. Farm produce, sizzling kebabs, vibrant marketplace, and everything in one place. 0558 973 is the number to call for the AgriFair 2025. Bernard, it's a big day today.
It is a wonderful day to be alive, and there's so much happening. Yesterday there was drama in Parliament.
My God.
Today there will be a whole conversation about the helicopter crash.
Right.
And of course, on Thursday, the budget will also be read.
Yep.
Let me start with the Daily Graphic. Courts will serve all fairly. CJ nominee pledges adverting with a photo of Justice Paul Bafo-Boni, CJ nominee, answering questions before the appointment committee. Also, SLTF increases students' loan by 50%. Nation's oil industry facing sharp decline, Energy Minister warns. And Ghana signs 6th bilateral debt agreement with Germany.
Let me take you to the Chronicle for this morning. They go with a lead story on the police. The big story says, no nonsense. IGP closes down a police station in the Volta region after violent attack on officers. I think the Honorable Edem Agbana would have to do something about this particular situation so that we can balance the enforcement of the law with ensuring that security gets protected, what they were provided for the people of that particular area. Also on the front page this morning, presidential elections should be held in November. This is coming in from the Chief Justice nominee Bafo-Boni. And Etuabo Chieftaincy Bruhaha Omahin sues claimant.
The Daily Guide, minority boycott CJ nominee amid drama. There's a photo of Apenyo Marking and Justice Bafo-Boni on the front page. Jailed coup plotter gets 2.5 million cedi Ghana bail. GJA calls for Mensia declaration to end galamsey. Meanwhile, Ghana Police Nigerian counterparts plan task force, COP Lydia Donko, in a chat with Nigerian DIG Sadiq Abubakar. And then Telecel Group Huawei signed MOU to advance network modernization.
There's a difference between boycott and walking out.
The
daily guys should take note of that.
It's a walkout, not a boycott. Okay.
The Catalyst says this morning, Mahama stands observers with economic miracle as his government defies the odds with rapid recovery. That's what the paper is saying. Also, encroachers seize snitch lands worth some 851 million Ghana cedis. And government launches a nkukong kitten. Yes, somebody taught me yesterday that if it is plenty chicken.
Nkuko.
Yes.
Akuko is one.
Yes.
Nkuko is plural.
Program in Kumasi tomorrow. Yes.
So government launches Nkuko Kitikiti tomorrow. All right. The New Republic says Power Play at Lands Commission acting executive secretary moves to oust deputy amid reform rift. Meanwhile, Cities rise and shine. Takoradi traders cheer minister's success. Here's a photo of Atu Forsen interacting with traders in Takoradi. Meanwhile, 2024 Best Fish Farmers chase minister for award.
Oh,
Cho. 2024. Meanwhile, from death row to bail, kitchen knife coup plotter freed on 2.5 million CD bail.
My final newspaper for this morning is the Daily Post newspaper that says, at the vetting of Chief Justice nominee, I have integrity and everything I have done shows exactly that. Okay. Justice Bafo Boni quoted here on the front page. His photograph is here as he was sworn in yesterday by the clerk to the committee. Also on the front page, Chief Justice nominee explains why he sentenced notorious armed robber Atai to 70 years in prison. Now, there's something going on about that, anyway. And some other stories on the front page this morning.
Let me take you online. Gold hits 2-week high amid U.S. Concerns, but the stories that are getting my attention on the High Street Journal this morning is Nkukong Kitikiti to spare backyard and commercial poultry growth. This is a great minister still on that. Bono Poultry Farmers, one of Egg Glad, say they were excluded from Nkukong Kitikiti talks. This is from our conversation yesterday. Maize prices plunged by 60% in Sisala Enclave as farmers face loan defaults, and we can't pay back the loans. Price slump pushes maize farmers to the brink. All these stories on the High Street Journal. If you go to CitiNewsroom.com. Okay. Yes, Bernard.
CitiNewsroom.com. Establish rice mills in Ghana. Importers and exporters urge foreign nationals. Meanwhile, some labor unions are rejecting 9% pay rise. They call it inadequate. Clean your house before raising tariffs. Abena say sorry to ECG.
That's all.
And I heard I say Ziom.
I'm supporting that with 10 million bags of cocoa.
A few more stories. SML sues OSP over seizure of equipment, over $28 million in damages. And then Chief Justice nominee explains Atai's 70-year sentence. He also says we should reintroduce justice for all reintroducing justice for all system is key to decongesting prisons. And we are told that the report on August 6 helicopter crash submitted to President Mahama.
I'm qualified to chair Public Accounts Committee. This is Abuna Osaya. She also says that DDEP was a painful but necessary action. If you go to channel1newsonline.com, sacking MMDCs won't solve Galamsey crisis. This is Shalog speaking.
But we're keeping them there, solve it.
Shalog says, now CJ vetting, we attended to state our position. This is Bafo Ewa here on Boko crisis. Otumfo sets November 30, December 1 for final mediation sessions, and Mahama receives final report on tragic August. That's here as well. AI will be good tool for empaneling judges. This is Bafo Boni, and then still on him, we are considering establishing night weekend courts. If you go to myjoyonline.com very quickly, minority came to the vetting with a script, not questions. This is Shaibu Mahama. Chief Justice nominee explains why he sentenced notorious armed robber to Atai to 70 years. That's here. They didn't come to the party. Still on that. SMLSU special prosecutor over unlawful seizure of critical revenue. There's a story here that Bernard will interest you. Mensia receives 130 more gold and art objects from South Africa and Britain.
Charlie.
Hafiz Tijani writes.
South Africa
Charlie, they're still in it was everywhere. Meanwhile, Mensia is also going to, Asante says he will conclude the Boku mediation process by the 1st of December.
Yes,
I think the big story is the CJ. Graphic leads with it. Justice Agbenossi and Dixon Walanyo Doche are reporting from Parliament that if confirmed, I will stand with every judge, staff, court user and citizen in the belief that access to justice should not depend on who you are or your connection. CJ nominee Justice Paul Bafoboni stated. They are also quoting him again. He says, it does not matter who you are. Once it comes to the law, it is no discriminator of persons. That has been my lifestyle, and if anybody is to go through my file, this is what you will come up with. He told the appointments committee yesterday. Of course, this was after some drama earlier on when the minority stated their position and then staged a walkout, leading to only one half of the committee doing the questioning during the vetting process. That story continues on page 3. I'm sure there are other angles. Daily Guide, for example.
Okay, so the nominee quoted in the Chronicle, page 2, has the story Maxwell Ofori reporting that the Chief Justice nominee Paul Bafoboni has suggested that Ghana's presidential election should be held in November instead of December. And according to him, the experience from the 2013 and 2020 presidential election petitions, those experiences have brought us the idea that there's a need for the elections to be moved forward. You know, it's something that the IEA and some other think tanks have been pushing, and there was to have been an attempt to do that during the last elections, but somehow it did not materialize. I think that is something that we need to carry forward.
The nominee also explained his decision for sentencing Atai to 70 years in prison. A story is written by Letitia Osei on Channel 1 News Online. Chief Justice nominee Justice Paul Bafoboni has defended the 70-year prison sentence he imposed on Ghana's most notorious armed robber, Ayi Ayite, popularly known as Atai, describing it as a necessary decision in the interest of justice and public safety. The judges and magistrates are trained. They have sentencing guidelines, but sometimes they have to go beyond them. In my youthful days, I gave somebody 70 years, Atai. He goes on to explain that he knew that when he comes out, his family will be a target. So by the time...
Let me just give you one last one. Yesterday, we did it, but this is in the graphic center page. Champion fight against environmental degradation, acting CJ to media practitioners. This was over the weekend at the GJ Awards. The acting CJ Paul Bafoboni urged citizens, particularly those in the media, to use their platforms to elevate discourses on environmental protection, peace and security for the nation's stability. And he was speaking at the 29 GJ Awards at Menchia. He described illegal mining as a national crisis that went beyond environmental damage and cautioned that reckless extraction of gold and other minerals threaten future generations. There's an audio of the Otumfo speaking about Galamsey, which I think we should play. He was basically saying to the president that you have the power to solve Galamsey, you need to go ahead and solve it. I heard it in the news yesterday. So I think maybe later on we can play some of the highlights of the speeches given from that event.
Let's stay with the matter of the enforcement of our laws. Page 3 of the Chronicle has the lead story. That is by John Bediako, who talks about he in the Volta region, the Ketu North constituency, Bernard's constituency. And the story says the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohunu, has ordered the temporary closure of the Ahi police station in the Ketu North municipality of the Volta region following a violent mob attack on Monday, November 4, 2025. Now, the station's personnel have since been relocated to nearby Georgia, which is the hometown of my good friend Bernard. Now, the attack occurred after the police's refusal to hand over a suspect who had sought refuge at the station, having allegedly stabbed a man to death. Now, the mob injured several officers, including the district commander, Chief Superintendent William Jemfi. Now, the suspect was initially rescued by the police reinforcements, but was later attacked again, sustaining severe injuries, taken for dead and dumped in a gutter. Now, the latest brings to 3 the number of violent mob attacks on police stations within 44 days, which actions attracted similar sanctions from the chief constable from Ghana. This is a particularly troubling development. You know, in these areas, crime is sometimes a problem. So you need the presence of the police. So
the other challenge is
find the people responsible.
The way people
prosecute all of them,
are not afraid to attack police stations is a problem for me. You look at what happened in the Hwidium.
Yeah.
People, 600 people massed up at a police station, and they were basically demanding the release of people who had been caught committing a crime. It's the same thing that has happened here. That they wanted the guy to be given, so they beat him to death. What type of lawlessness is this? And I feel like our police have a lot of work to do. Now, the Daily Guide front page, Ghana Nigerian police counterparts plan task force, that's on page 6. And I think
human trafficking, right?
it's very important to collaborate across countries on some of the crimes we're facing. So the Ghana Police Service and its Nigerian counterpart, the Nigerian Police Force, have agreed to establish a joint task force to tackle cross-border human trafficking, appoint focal officers for real-time information exchange, and develop standardized protocols for victim repatriation and referral. They are also resolved to launch joint awareness campaigns targeting youth and border communities, and to convene a high-level meeting of West African police chiefs to harmonize regional strategies against trafficking. This is really great. The agreements were reached during a high-level bilateral meeting in Abuja last Friday between a Ghana delegation led by DG of CID COP leader Yako Donko and their Nigerian counterparts. The two internal security agencies reaffirmed their commitment to intensifying joint efforts to fight human trafficking and related transnational crimes across West Africa.
Page 3 of the Business and Financial Times says that Ghana's oil import bill will be slashed by $10 billion US dollars by end of the year, when government plans to restart crude oil refining operations at the Tema Oil Refinery as part of efforts to cut the nation's annual $10.2 billion oil import bill and conserve foreign exchange while stabilizing local fuel prices.
When is store starting?
Yeah, tour.
When are they starting the refinery?
They say by the end of the year, the story says. So yeah,
sometimes they should wait.
The chief of staff, Julius
Debra, they should wait and produce the oil for like 6 months.
Yes,
and come and tell us that for the past 6 months
we have slashed our oil import by 10 billion.
Too many intentions announced. You get it?
Yes.
Because we will all forget this.
Yes.
You know that the last time I properly went to tour as
a journalist
properly.
How long ago was that?
Was during John Kufuor's time.
Oh, right. You haven't gone there.
No, hold on. That was when they opened the catalytic cracker.
A long time ago.
It was supposed to push Tor to a different height of performance.
Yeah.
You understand? Proper investment that was made. Ever since
I went there not too long ago.
Anyway,
let me continue with that. Ghana's oil industry facing sharp decline. Energy Minister warns. All right. So the local oil industry, once heralded as a catalyst for the, using your word catalyst, for the country's economic transformation, is facing serious challenges. This is graphic page 13. According to the minister, an industry that has historically served a significant source of government revenue, foreign direct investment, job creation, and in-country value creation, is currently experiencing rapid decline in oil production, reduced exploration activity, diminishing local content participation, and growing investor uncertainty. Addressing the 2025 Local Content Conference and exhibition held by Petroleum Commission in Takoradi, Mr. Jinapo warned that, quote, these setbacks have far-reaching implications, unquote. They undermine Ghana's fiscal stability and weakens the nation's capacity. Don't forget, when we interviewed the finance minister, he said the energy sector was the country's weakest link financially. Energy minister is also now saying that the oil industry is facing a sharp decline. A lot of work needs to be done there.
But I want to take you back to the matter of our collective and individual security. If you go to page 4 of the Chronicle, there's an editorial there that I want to emphasize. It says, rising kidnappings threaten Ghana's image, national security and global image. The article or the editorial says Ghana is witnessing a worrying surge in kidnappings and human trafficking, threatening both national security and the country's hard-earned reputation as a beacon of peace and stability in West Africa. And it says that if urgent steps are not taken to deal with the problem, we'll have serious issues on our hands. Now, somewhere to conclude, they say the government and security agencies must therefore treat this as a national emergency. Now, the See Something, Say Something campaign should go beyond slogans and be reinforced through active community engagement, public education, and swift police response. Intelligence gathering must be intensified, particularly in border towns, transport hubs, and online recruitment platforms exploited by these traffickers.
Getting serious.
Very important. Let me put two stories together, or three. Maize prices plunged by 60% in Sisala Enclave as farmers face loan default. So, the High Street Journal reports, Stanley Senya says that the sharp decline in maize prices across the Sisala Enclave has sparked growing economic concerns as farmers face mounting financial losses, loan defaults, and the risk of rural economic stagnation. Now, once one of Ghana's most vibrant maize-producing zones, the Sisala area, covering Sisala East, West, and parts of Wa East districts, is reeling from a market crash that has seen the price of 100 kg bag of maize fall from 500 Ghana cedis to just 200 Ghana cedis, a 60% decline within the single harvest season. Now, still within that agric issue.
Yeah, but don't forget, it says this is because most farmers in the Upper West region rely on short-term loans from rural banks, cooperatives, and aggregators to finance their operations.
Yeah.
With the yields unexpectedly high this season, a glut has developed across Sisala East, West, and Wa East districts, driving down farm gate prices.
Yeah.
Rural bankers and aggregators fear rising non-performing loans as many smallholder farmers fail to meet repayment deadlines. And then they now go into the details to the economics behind the maize glut. They are talking about a combination of good weather, subsidized input access, limited post-harvest shortage, and without adequate market linkages or warehouse receipts systems, farmers rush to sell early, flooding local market. The situation has been worsened by rising transport costs and lack of buyers from southern Ghana, where poultry feed producers and grain traders have also cut back purchases due to high inventory levels. It's a complicated situation. Stay in that area.
I'll stay in that area because if you go to the Bono side of things, poultry farmers warn of egg glut, say they were excluded from Nkuko Nkitinkiti talks. The Bono Poultry Farmers Association has warned that Ghana's poultry industry is facing its worst egg glut in years, with thousands of farmers unable to sell their produce as cheaper imports from Cote d'Ivoire flood the market. Speaking in an interview on the Citi Breakfast Show, the association secretary Johnson Yeboah said the situation is crippling businesses across the Bono region, one of Ghana's leading poultry hubs. We are throwing away eggs because the market is slow. Farmers are running at a loss and many cannot break even. It's not because we are overproducing, but because the system is not managed and imported eggs are cheaper due to the exchange rate.
Don't forget, the minister said in an interview on the same program that they had 3 levels of this, that there will be another program for medium-sized and large-scale chicken pig producers, and also said that they had given them the policy ratification, basically that they were involved in the policy. Now, the last one on food is rice. The Citi newsroom is leading with that, and it's saying that the Importers and Exporters Association is urging foreign investors to establish rice mills in Ghana. So this story is written by Daniel Odro-Mensah, that the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana is appealing to international investors to establish rice mills in the country and help buy excess paddy rice from local farmers. The association believes that such investments could ease the ongoing rice glut, which has left many farmers distressed with large volumes of unsold rice. Now, speaking at the 2025 World Rice Conference, guess where it took place? In Cambodia. The executive secretary of the association, Samson Asaki Awingobit, speaking from Cambodia. Have you gone to Cambodia before? Highlighted Ghana's political stability and consistent disinflation trends as key factors that make the country an attractive destination for investment. So he urged investors in faraway Cambodia to take advantage of these favorable conditions and expand their operations. No, Asaki. Let's give the order of the voter.
He's a big man.
Charlie, Cambodia.
President Asaki. Let me quickly
from Cambodia.
Let me mention that the Agrics Minister has been calling for bold transformation on Ghana's, what do you call it, agribusiness sector, just like we are also doing. You find that story on page 7 of the Catalyst. And then also, just to remind you that the President is launching the Nkuko Nkitinkiti program in Kumasi tomorrow. So that we can all get involved. But I want you to note another important thing that happened yesterday. So yesterday, the Acting Minister for Defense, the story is on page 6 of the Daily Post newspaper, Dr. Keziel Atoforsen, led a committee that investigated the August 6 helicopter crash to present their report and findings to President John Dramani Mahama. Now, the presentation was made at a meeting of the National Security Council. The report will be released to the public today. And it is recalled that, a number
So
of
there'll be a
people-
live coverage of that government accountability series. I think it starts around 10. So we'll be bringing that to you on Channel 1 television for those of you
important.
who want to follow that story.
But 25 persons have been nabbed over illegal gold trading. Diana Mensah writes on the back page of Daily Graphic that the Ghana Gold Board has arrested 25 people for their alleged involvement in illegal gold fabrication, trading, smuggling, and assaying in the country. The arrest followed weeks of intelligence-led surveillance jointly undertaken by the board's investigations team and the National Security Task Force. According to the Gold Board, the suspects, which comprise both Ghanaians and non-Ghanaians, were apprehended in 2 separate operations at Domipila 2 and Achimota Akweteman, both in the Greater Accra region, on November 5 and 6 this year. The 2-day operation, it said, formed part of Gold Board's commitment to protect Ghana's natural resources and strengthen its accountability within the gold value
Let me give
chain.
you 2 positive ones.
Yes.
Students Loan Trust Fund increases loan by 50%.
Yay.
So that's a good one. The SLTF has increased the loan amount disbursed to regular students by 50%. Consequently, loan amounts now range from 2,250 cedis to 4,500 cedis per academic year. It previously ranged from 1,500 cedis to 3,000. In addition, the SLTF has reduced the interest charged on loans. Also, the prevailing interest rate on student loans has been reduced from 12% per annum compound interest to 6% per simple interest. This is really great during the period of study and the period of moratorium.
Very good.
So if I want to go to
Sky, if this had been there in
You're not
Charlie, I won't
1999,
Charlie, by now, Charlie, my path would have been different.
but you didn't have been here.
No, but your part is fine.
So I mean, now
Yeah, no,
if
you
I
are
want
fine.
to go to KNUST to study,
So there are 2 things you
would that
get.
be
You
better?
get the free first year. They call it no fee stress.
Yes.
So first year, you're not going to pay school fees.
At all.
Then you also get access to a loan between 2,250 and 4,500.
That's
Okay.
much
So you
more.
can look after yourself
Much more than-
and
Oh,
then you
okay.
can study
Yeah.
hard. It's very good. Now, lastly, the Lands Ministry is going to relay Ghana's renegotiated lithium mining lease
That's
for
correct.
Parliament.
That's
Something that
correct.
went under the radar.
Yeah.
My journal line reports that the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry is scheduled to present the mining lease agreement between the government and Barari DV Ghana, Atlantic Lithium's local subsidy, today, November 11. This is according to Parliament business statement from the week ending Friday, November 14. And we are told that the agreement covers the extraction of lithium and other minerals at Mankesim in the central region. After more than 2 years of delay,
Yeah.
this marks the clearest sign yet that Ghana's first lithium project may be moving forward. So
Right.
we keep an eye on that in
On the
Parliament.
Sky Train trial, a former board member of GIF has told the court that the board never approved the $2 million payment that was made, which is a matter of investigation. So a former board member of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, GIF, Odame Dakwa, has told an Accra High Court that the board never approved any funding for the controversial $2 million Accra Sky Train project. In fact, he says that he got to know about it. He became aware of the payment through the
Well,
Auditor
the case
General's report.
continues.
It's
Other
ongoing.
witnesses will be called.
Yeah.
Let's end with a concern sent to us. He says, Shalom.
Shalom.
I have noticed an issue of concern that I wish to bring to your notice for the attention of relevant authorities. This in relation to Malam interchange linking George Walker Bush Highway
Yes.
to Odoko Winneba Road.
Yes.
In an attempt to refurbish it, the contractor overlaid the road with asphalt and left portions of the metallic expansion strips interlaced at
This
different
matter.
intervals on
This
the road.
matter.
This created an unusual pothole-like slowdown
Charlie?
since the asphaltic overlay
Terrible.
was now some inches higher than the expansion points.
Yeah.
I just used the Awoshi,
Yeah.
Akawe bound side of the
Yeah.
interchange
Yeah.
and noticed that these metallic expansion points have been covered with asphalt. So here's his conclusion.
Yeah.
1. If covering the expansion strips with asphalt was not a problem, why did they leave them initially during the asphaltic overlay?
Thank
2.
you.
Does covering these expansion strips not pose any engineering challenges to the existence of the lifespan of the interchange? So Department of Urban Roads and Ghana Highway Authority, please, this is something you should follow up on.
Zoom.
Sika boom. Fidelity Bank say save and win. Muntio. Sika boom. Just to post it and begin. Sika every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits, gets more points in. More points, more
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
This is
an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ah, go me. And what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Latte is sporting a beautiful Mama Tale this morning, ready to serve you the breakfast edition of the City Business News, as brought to you by Valex Lease, EcoBank, and MTNE. Miniano.
Well, coming up, businesses are expecting, bold growth measures as Finance Minister presents the 2026 budget on Thursday. Also, importers and exporters appeal to international investors to establish rice mills in Ghana to absorb excess produce from local farmers. Much later, adapt to digital finance or lose relevance. That's the Bank of Ghana governor cautioning central banks across the continent. I am Nila Tilati with the breakfast edition of City Business News. Details now. First, though, central banks in Africa must embrace transformation as rapid advances in technology, artificial intelligence, and digital payments continue to disrupt the global financial system. The current financial ecosystem is putting unprecedented pressure on traditional central banking models, especially their core mandate of price stability. That's the advice by Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, to colleagues at the maiden Bank of Ghana, Bank of England, Pan-African Central Bank Governors Conference in Accra, where he told governors and financial leaders from 23 countries that the continent must act decisively.
We are facing unprecedented and unique pressures that demand a radical shift in our operations, focus and capability, and we must adapt swiftly and boldly, or risk losing our relevance. The rapid adoption of technology, talking about artificial intelligence and digital payment systems, these are all putting pressure on how the central bank ensures safety and control. And while the central mandate is not changing for a central bank, the context in which we execute this mandate is evolving rapidly. Colleagues, we face these challenges together, though in different languages, though across different time zones, and of course across different fiscal positions. And that is why this meeting matters in Accra here today.
Dr. Johnson Isiama is Governor, Bank of Ghana. Now, expectations are high as businesses and industry groups look forward to bold fiscal measures to stimulate growth, improve the investment climate, and ease operational pressures as Finance Minister Dr. Kasayola Toforson presents the 2026 budget statement and economic policy to Parliament on Thursday. City Business News has been engaging members of the business community, many of whom are eyeing targeted interventions to support job creation, reduce production costs, and sustain the ongoing economic recovery.
Finance Minister Dr. Kasayola Toforson is expected to present the 2026 budget statement and economic policy to Parliament on November 13, 2025. The document will outline government fiscal direction for the coming year, reviewing revenue performance, expenditure trends, debt servicing, and the broader economic outlook. It is also expected to highlight key macroeconomic indicators such as inflation, exchange rate stability, and progress in structural reforms. As anticipation builds, members of the business community are calling for clarity and tax measures, especially in the area of taxation. Public Relations Officer and Director of Industrial Relations of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, Joseph Paddy, shared some of the key expectations they hope the Finance Minister will address.
We're looking forward for that, how simplified we're going to see our tax regime, but as it stands, it's not that simplified. Some are paying 22%, some are paying flat rate of 3%, some are paying 5%. So you see, the cumbersome of the tax regimes make it difficult for compliance. So we're looking for what the government is going to put in place to rationalize our tax regime. And secondly, the government also promised one of the challenges of this business committee too is cost of credit. So when government was coming to power, he promised to come out with a women's banking. The purpose of that to give the women or the women in trade cheaper credit to do business. As it stands now, we've not heard anything about it. We want to know the position of that policy. We're looking forward for that in the upcoming budget. We don't expect any new tax leg. That government should introduce any new tax leg.
At the Kokumpe spare parts market, traders also appealed for a reduction in taxes to help sustain their businesses.
We still find it difficult to clear our goods at the port.
The charges are still high.
Yeah, the charges are still high. And so if maybe the charges are high and if you brought your items at the market and you are also selling it, you also complain about the prices ranges. So that's the challenge that we are facing.
I heard that the government said we'll be taking out some taxes. But the last time I checked, the taxes are still there. We are still paying COVID taxes. They are still there. So I don't know which one they've taken out.
So perhaps you're looking at some tax
reduction. Okay. Yes. Probably if the taxes are down, maybe our staff also will be down and consumers will be able to buy.
Citi Business News is Nashika Caesar with that report. Now, importers and exporters are making a fresh push for international investors to set up rice mills in Ghana as the country grapples with a growing glut of unsold paddy rice. They say new investment in processing capacity will not only absorb excess supply from local farmers but also strengthen Ghana's long-term food security. Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, Samson Asaki Awingobet, at the 2025 World Rice Conference in Cambodia, appealed to investors to take advantage of what he described as a favorable and predictable business environment.
Ghana should be the gateway, is the gateway to Africa, and then I made it clear that the government of Ghana at currently intention is because we are spending so much of almost 300 million to 400 million importing rice into Ghana. The current government bringing this confidence into the Ghanaian economy is rather expecting investors like them to come to Ghana to set up their mills, rice mills, buy paddy rice from our growers, and also support our smaller holders farmers.
Samson Asaki Awingobet is Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. Still on a great and glad because poultry farmers in the Sunyani municipality of the Boni region are warning that their businesses are nearing collapse as an egg glut continues to bite 6 months on. The farmers say poor sales have left them with piles of unsold eggs, many of which they are now forced to dispose of, resulting in heavy financial losses. They want the government to support and protect investment in the local poultry value chain.
Members of the Sunyani Poultry Farmers Association say their businesses are gradually grinding to a halt as they struggle to sell their eggs, a situation they claim has persisted for the past 6 months and is pushing many of them to the brink of collapse. According to the poultry farmers, they will lay off some of their workers if the situation persists.
We have egg glut, and then farmers are finding it difficult to be able to sell eggs. Although we have reduced the price very significantly, but still we are having challenges, and some of them we have to lay off workers that will be causing unemployment and also a whole lot.
All of us has, done some huge volume of eggs that has gone bad, and there are some that we don't have means of, selling them, and so possibly they are also going to go back. So, as they were pleading, we believe it will be good if the government can come to our aid.
We are at the point of getting rid of our workers, and we are disposing of our beds, because now we can't get buyers for our eggs. And then, as my brother just said, we are now about to dispose of the eggs, because the shelf life of the egg is so short that the ones that we have are already not sold. And the birds, we can't tell the birds to wait for buyers to come before they keep laying.
President of the Sunyani Poultry Farmers Association, Johnson Yeboah, is appealing to the government to step in and help save their struggling businesses.
We are very much aware when the maize growers were crying for support. We heard the minister coming out to say that they have given some money out, about $100 million for the buffer stock to go and purchase all the excess maize. So we just want to plead with the government of the day that they should come and pick the eggs, else we are just burying the eggs.
President of the Sunyani Poultry Farmers Association, Johnson Yeboah, ending the reports filed by Michael Saponi-Fum. Now, former Minister of State at the Finance Ministry and Chair of Parliament Public Account Committee, Abena Osei-Asare, says the true test of the government's economic management will come after Ghana completes its current IMF program. Her comments follow recent improvements in growth and other key indicators, which she acknowledges as encouraging signs. On the point of view with Bernard Avile, Abena Osei-Asare stressed that sustaining this progress will require firm policy discipline and a clear commitment to long-term stability.
We put some measures in place that before leaving, we saw inflation coming down. We saw the economy grow to the tune of 1 trillion. And then we also brought our debt to GDP ratio down to 61%. Meanwhile, we inherited 72.5% in 2016. So clearly, they are fast forwarding, or yes, if I should put it that way, the reforms that we put in place. I am happy that they are going by those reforms, and that is what is yielding the results. But the most important thing is to sustain this to the end of beyond the IMF program.
Abena Osei-Asare is former Minister of State at the Finance Ministry and Chair of Parliament Public Account Committee. Let's now get some forex updates. The dollar trading at 12 cedis 20 pesos, the British pound at 16 cedis, that of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis. Be guided, these are rates from forex bureaus and not the Bank of Ghana's published interbank rate. That's it for the bulletin this morning. More news on citynewsroom.com/business. I am Ni Latte. Do have a good business day.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hey, Ruben. Every 2 seconds notification. The Momo keeps on coming. It keeps on coming, eh?
Ma, I am the community Momo man now. People send money, and with the Momo app, every payment is done. My transactions are flying.
Hey, Aden.
Ah, ma, you didn't know, eh?
Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedis grand prize. And it's not just payments and money transfers. Bank to wallet transactions, savings, loans, investments, pensions, POS transactions, and Momo transactions from other partner platforms qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. I repeat, or call 0244-644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
I give my heart and make I know. October 2022. They break my heart from my domain. I did for backseat of my Rover. With my dealer, we dey talk about the moolah. But you dey for backseat of your Rover. With Anita, where you jump for Itaja. If you get it business, make you call.
We love the song. Kite, okay, did it. It's called Rover. And the business the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News was brought to you by Valex Lease, EcoBank, and MTN. To all offices, schools, print hubs who are heavy on printing, you don't need to spend all your money on machines like photocopiers. You can lease them unlimited and print unlimited. Lease them and print unlimited. Valex Lease Equip Ghana Limited gives you an offer from 983 Ghana cedis a month. You can lease a reliable, multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. So accept this offer, okay? Let's have a contract. Alright, you enjoy free toners and cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, plus nationwide coverage across all 16 regions. So stop spending big on machines, paper repairs, and maintenance. Switch to Valex Lease and keep your cash for what matters most. Visit valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. Let's do business. We have customized payment options and packages available. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions. It's amazing how the world is ever changing and evolving. Today is AI, tomorrow who knows. Good thing is EcoBank has always been ahead of the curve. For over 3 decades, we've pioneered a range of digital-first banking solutions designed for the way we live today. From the mobile app, EcoBank Pay, Express Points across the country, everywhere you go, EcoBank is right where you are, serving you a better way to bank your way. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. To all the boss ladies out there, the go-getters, the planners, the do-it-all women, building your businesses one bold step at a time. MTN sees you. We are cheering you every step of the way. You're the reason we've crafted the MTN Ejumapa. It's more than a bundle, it's a new business bestie. Special data and call bundles helps you stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your business grow. That's not all. We have an insurance package to protect all the hard work you've struggled to build over the years. It's time to level up. Dial star 5060 hash now. Grab your Ejumapa bundle. Let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business. Edwin Kofi is here with Kickoff. That's brought to you by Shell. Shell is turning every oil change into an exciting experience. From October 15, you get 10 free car checks for every oil change at the Shell Loop Bay while you can cool off in waiting areas. While your car enjoys quality car care and treats, you also get to refresh yourself with a free drink. No waiting area at your station. Well, Shell will reward you with a gift just to say thank you, because at Shell, every visit is a VIP experience worth rewarding. Visit Shell and make your oil change pleasurable for you and your car. Shell, go well. The Shell Ghana is 15 years old. For 15 years, you, our cherished customers, have trusted us to improve lives. We want to say a heartfelt thank you to you, our partners, our community, our customers. You've made this journey possible. We're looking forward with confidence, knowing that with Lesheho, lives will improve. Simply call or WhatsApp Nana on 02700 40799 for any of our financial solutions. Lesheho Ghana, 15 years of improving lives and still counting. Ladies and gentlemen, Edwin Kwao Kofi word kickoff.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Kickoff on the City Breakfast Show with me, Edwin Kwa Kofi. Well, later in the bulletin, we'll hear from new Bechem United coach Kobna Emisa, who is confident he will steer his side away from relegation. And also, we'll bring you some updates from the NBA, where this happened this morning.
The lob for Wiggins. He did it. The Heat win it. A spectacular finish for Miami.
A spectacular finish for the Miami Heat, as Andrew Wiggins is the hero more on Kickoff, which is powered by Shell. Shell go well. Politangana, Zonda GH, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. Thank you for joining us. Well, we'll start with the Super Clash, which came off on Sunday, and Accra Hearts of Oak defender Mohamed Hussein has apologized for his actions after the team's Super Clash loss to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The apology follows disciplinary charges filed by the Ghana Football Association against both Hearts of Oak and Hussein for misconduct during a game at the Accra Sports Stadium. In a statement on his Facebook page, Hussein admitted his behavior after the game was unacceptable and fell short of professional standards. He also thanked Accra Hearts of Oak supporters for showing up in their numbers to back the team despite this disappointing results. Hussein, of course, attempted to attack the referee after the game, after he was upset over their disallowed goal. Now, new Bechem United head coach Kobna Emisa is confident that his side will avoid relegation and finish the 2025-26 Ghana Premier League season strongly. The team currently sits 16th with 6 points from 9 games, prompting the club to act quickly to fix their poor form. Former coach Desmond Isaac Botry and his assistants were dismissed after the difficult start, leaving Emisa with the challenge of revitalizing the squad and steering them to safety, a task he believes he's ready for.
Oh yeah, a lot of confidence because I can say the league is too young now. At least 9 feet, and we have about 25 matches to go. Yeah. So we have more time, and we are going to bounce back strongly and make sure we put the right things and the right directions where the boys will know why they are on the field. We should always make sure we don't lose the focus the whole 90 minutes. They need to concentrate and then make sure we play to the decision or this thing they gave them, the formation or the system they asked them to do. They should have found the system, because system make the players to perform. If it's not the players make system to work. And so it will depend upon how the coach will organize them, how we talk to them, how we set them up. And I think we need all that. It's unfortunate, but we will take it like that.
The voice of new Bechem United coach Kobna Emisa. Now to boxing, and Ghana's rising star Theophilus Kpakpo Alute is set for a major test on the 20th of December when he faces Philippines' Jair Raquinel for the WBO Global Super Flyweight title. The unbeaten Ghanaian, who holds an impressive record of 12 wins with 10 knockouts, will headline the bout at the Legon Sports Stadium in Accra. Let's head out of Ghana, and Manchester United legend Gary Neville says Florian Wirtz is a problem for Liverpool and looked like a little boy in the 3-0 defeat to Manchester City. Wirtz, a 100 million plus signing from Bayer Leverkusen, whose fee could rise to £160 million, has struggled to adapt to the Premier League and is yet to register a single goal or assist in 11 games in the competition. Neville says patience is running thin for the 22-year-old to deliver on his promise after the heavy loss at City, which leaves the champions 8th after 11 games.
I thought Wirtz in particular, I thought it was a really bad day for him. We've been tiptoeing around him, haven't we, for a few months, around the fact that he's young, he's coming to a new country, but he's 120 million quid. You're going to have to stand up soon. I mean, he's obviously got something. He's a really good player. He's technically fantastic, but he's been mauled out there today by Núñez and by others. He's been chucked around the pitch and didn't deliver in the quality side of things as well. So his performance was a real worry. But physically, I was worried. Physically, I'd be worried if I was Arne Slot looking at that team. There's a few of them look like they can't run. And I always think that when you go on a losing streak, you start to doubt everything. And that's wrong.
That was Manchester United legend Gary Neville. Now, former United and England striker Wayne Rooney says Sunderland captain Granit Xhaka is probably the signing of the season. The Black Cats have been superb on their return to the Premier League and currently sit fourth after 11 games with 19 points, putting them well on the way to securing their primary objective of staying up this season. Rooney believes Xhaka has been key to these performances.
He's never been the quickest anyway, Xhaka, but I think when you're talking about his experience there, knowing when to slow the game down, know if the team needs a breather, and you're not always trying to go forward and score goals, you can slow it down and keep the ball for a bit. He brings that, and positionally he picks up some really good positions. And I think when he had the situation with Arsenal, when he fell out with the fans and whatever, I think it showed his character, and to go and play for Arsenal again. I think he was captain for Arsenal after that as well. So to get through that and then go and perform for Arsenal, and then obviously at Leverkusen.
That was former Manchester United and England striker Wayne Rooney. Now, former Newcastle United goalkeeper and club legend Tim Krul has backed manager Eddie Howe, dismissing calls for his resignation as unfair. Krul praised Howe's leadership and vision, describing him as a man who single-handedly changed the club's fortunes.
Handedly changed the club and the people's expectations in that city. I mean, he's going to go down as one of those legend managers this club has ever had. So, yes, of course, I think there could be some criticism. It's not good enough to not win an away game since April. But ultimately, I think if you asked any fan a couple of years ago to have a trophy and to challenge Champions League and to fire on all cylinders in the top competitions out there, I think they would have signed for that.
There's also former Newcastle United goalkeeper Tim Krul. Now, the International Olympic Committee has moved a step closer to introducing a blanket ban on transgender women from female categories across all sports. IOC President Kirsty Coventry vowed to bring in the move as part of her election campaign. On Monday, The Times reported that the ban was set to be announced as early as next year. Despite the IOC statement, the likely outcome is that a ban will be introduced. And finally, in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks fell 116-114 to the Milwaukee Bucks, slipping to a 3-8 record. The Miami Heat improved to a 7-4 record after a dramatic 140-138 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers behind a buzzer-beating slam by Andrew Wiggins. And the Lakers beat the Charlotte Hornets 121-111, while the Spurs beat Chicago Bulls 121-117. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Shell. Shell go well. Politangana, it's under GH. And Lesheho, let's improve life. I am Edwin Kwakofi. The City Breakfast Show with Bernard Avle continues.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go. go, we improve your life. Let's go, hey, let's go, hey, let's go, hey, mama, hey, mama, hey, mama. Let's go, we improve your life.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V-Power. With Shell V-Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V-Power removes performance rubbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Love isn't just what you say or buy today. It's what you prepare for tomorrow. Taking life insurance and growing your investments is one of the strongest ways to say, I've got you. Because true love protects, provides, and plans. So if you truly care about your family's future, make that move today. Petra helps you express love through smart financial planning. So let's do life together. Dial *44*70# to speak to an advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Sankofa, pepper soup where you know pepper sankofa, sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA Aji Ejadi Nkrato Yatum.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Is that not my daughter's picture and name on your school's billboard?
Oh, yes.
But why? Is that how things are done?
Oh, madam,
But I thought you would be happy to see your child's picture on display by the school. She's a star.
Star for what? Look, take that billboard down right now. My child and I need to know when our personal information is being shared, how it is shared, and what it is used for in any organization. It is my daughter's personal space and her privacy matters. Why would you do that?
Madam, please, exercise patience.
Assert your privacy rights. Request erasure. Restrict the use of your information. You can give and withdraw consent to the collection, usage, and disclosure of your information from any organization. It's your rights. It's the law. Privacy is everyone's responsibility. To learn about your rights and more, visit www.dataprotection.org.gh or call 0256 301533. Remember, privacy is personal.
Hot pepper powder. This advert is FDA approved.
Lakeside Estate is calling all business owners, institutions, and HR heads. Want to give your employees more than just a paycheck? Give them a place to call home. At Lakeside Estate, we're making it easy for companies to support their staff with beautiful lifestyle choice and affordable homes through flexible payment plans, staff financing, and mortgage options. Whether it's a 2-bedroom starter home, 3 bedrooms, or a spacious family home, Lakeside Estate has the perfect package for your team. Strong structures, modern finishes, and a vibrant community all are waiting. Let's partner together to give a lifetime value for your staff. Call our sales experts on 050-141-8622 or 050-859-8931 or visit lakesideestate.com. Lakeside Estate, quality homes for all.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
You see how we blick on the baby. I dey feel like it don't kind of mighty. Uju, Abian Uju, love to get it. Uju, wanna think about the things you do. Something they telling me to marry you, Abian Uju, love to get it. Wanna think about the things you do. Something they telling me to marry you, because everything they you. Anything I do, anytime I want to enjoy, anytime I want to laugh, hey, when I want Sokoto, when I go Sokoto, Odi Kololo, and I swear you too fine. Anytime we there for the club, they wine. All the guys they go want to die. Mama, mommy can honey. If not, I make it ask if I. So many chicks them a come they love me, but now only you who can be my wifey. I dey pray, I dey cast and bind it. For anything we go make us fight it. I don't go lie, it's a made up mind. You be the best quality of wifey, because everything na you. Anything I do na you. Anytime I want enjoy na you. Anytime I want to laugh na you. When I want Sokoto na you. When I go Sokoto na you. Odi Kololo na you. And I you. You be my only thing. Na you.
So eat Ghana and grow Ghana. Eat Ghana and grow Ghana. A couple of birthdays coming up today. 11/11/2025. Happy birthday to Mrs. Akosia Frempoma Fojo Jesse of St. Mary's JHS Kolebu, from your husband Dr. Peter Dakwa Jesse, and to our sweet mom Mrs. Comfort Owusu for turning 70 today. We pray for good health, riches and long life. Thank you for all the love and care. With love from your children, Mr. Foster Owusu and Mrs. Francisca Owusu. And welcoming back Francisca Kakra Forsen after your 10-day hiatus, taking you to different places, including the European continent and the the headquarters of Ghana, Abakrampa.
Abakrampa.
Is it Abakrampa?
Abakrampa, but you can say ABK.
ABK?
Yeah, it's also,
where is that?
So it's in the central region.
Close to which big town?
Close to which? So it's, if you know the Abra Asebu Kwama Kese constituency, Abakrampa sits there.
AAK.
AAK.
So Abra Asebu, is it like 3 towns?
It's yeah. So you have Asebu, and then you have Abra, and you have Kwamankese. I think in the narrations that I heard from relatives, they said Asebu was the recent town that had joined.
So Abra and Kwamankese.
Yes.
So which is the biggest town in that AAK place?
I'm unable to tell you that.
You don't know that place too much. Is it far from Cape Coast?
It's not so far from Cape Coast. I think you could do about 20 to 30 minutes drive from there to Cape Coast.
Abakrampa.
Yes.
How was the drive?
The drive was the Accra Cape Coast route, as usual, was horrible.
Oh.
But you could see that
throughout.
Yes, you could see that, especially on the Bujumbura stretch. You could see that some work was going on. And but the last time I talked about this, I think I got some feedback from the MP and also Minister for government's communications, Felix Kwachifu. So I noticed
he's your MP.
He's my MP. So I noticed when you get to the Yamaranse junction and you branch, you take the branch, the rough road or the untarred road, there's some grading that was happening there. So that was impressive and gives us the hope that from that stretch into the town, we'll get to see the road.
So how far is your place from Yamaransa Junction?
It's less than 10 minutes drive.
So we go into the Yamaransa side.
Well, it's not a straight route, but once you branch, you take it's a turning to the right when you get to Yamaransa Junction. So to the right, and then you go in. It's quite a,
Yamaransa Junction was famous for 2 things. It was the place that, of course, when you are coming from Kumasi to Cape Coast, when you get there, you know you are close.
Yeah.
But it was also the place we used to buy Fanti Kenke many years ago. These days, it's funny. Those days, when I traveled to Central Region, I had to come back with Fanti Kenke. I think Fanti Kenke has lost a bit of its oomph in the way it used to be.
Yeah, its popularity has gone down.
Maybe people feel like the Ghana Kenke, what is what you get. Fanti Kenke, we don't know what
the
we
packaging
get.
No, you see, the problem has been that the Fanti Kenke that you buy in Accra is totally different from the Fanti Kenke that you bring from Central. The difference, if you buy Fanti Kenke from Accra here, it's almost like when you break it, it turns into crumbs. But when you buy Fanti Kenke from Central, it's soft. It has this pasty, it's like fufu.
Yeah,
exactly. It has this pasty feel.
So in Accra, we don't know how to do Fanti Kenke.
No, we don't. Including myself.
It doesn't depend on how you get it.
So if the Accra person is stocking from Central, then your best bet is you're going to get Central Fanti Kenke.
I like Fanti Kenke for a reason. The way it's dressed is very organic.
Yeah.
It's healthy as well. Although these days people try and put some plastic film around it, which I don't.
That didn't used to be the case. They used to put the green leaf, is it banana also around it before the darker one, the one that they've made it dry a bit.
Yeah.
But
I think
yes,
the challenge with having the pure organic is mass production. So if you are like a a mass producer of Fanti Kenke for many people, you want it to last for a bit longer. So you have to think of how to keep it intact and not get affected by the elements.
But you know, when it begins to ferment, also translates into something else. So then people use it for mashed KK.
Fanti Kenke is actually better for mashed K.
Yeah.
If you ask me, Gankenke is better for like pshito and stuff, but Fanti Kenke for me is better for mashed K. It's better. So did you bring in mashed K or Fanti Kenke on your way from the central region?
We'll discuss that. That one is between us
no,
as
I
a
take
family.
That. I take that as a firm
it's
no.
between us
I
as
take
a
that
family.
As a no. You travel to Abakrampa and come back empty-handed.
So you see, it's the time of my trips. That's
Why,
the challenge.
You go at the wrong time.
You know, so coming back to Accra, I drove from, what do you call it? So we got on the Yamaranza Junction, and we got to Mankesim. In the night, the road is literally dark.
Very.
For the most part, there are no street lights. So everybody is using their highlights, and it's very dangerous. So at some point, we decided to use the Shwedro stretch.
Is it?
Because between Mankesim and Winneba Junction, there were about 12 police stops. This is a 30 to 45 minutes drive. But we ended up spending 1 hour, almost 1 hour, 30 minutes.
12 police stops.
12 police stops.
What were they looking for?
I don't know.
God, talk to your people. Between Mankesim roundabout.
Yes, and this is a 30 to 45 minutes drive.
There was 12
police stops. And trust me, I was awake in the car. I didn't know what they were asking for. I didn't know what the. And so it caused pockets of. So it was as if every 5 minutes
there's traffic.
There was some traffic to stop.
Doesn't the IGP know this?
That's what.
So you see, can't he? Okay, let me ask you. Can't they decide one day to do mystery shopping? So IGP should wear plain clothes
and sit in a trotro.
Sit in a normal trotro, and see how his officers talk to trotro drivers and just arrest them.
Arrest them or
wouldn't that, like, if you want to stop bribing the police or nuisance checks, or if you want to stop unsanctioned, so maybe that day what you should do is I should talk to the regional commander and say, I just want to know which of the places you set up official police stops. Then he will mark it on his book. Then he will sit in a normal car. Then he will get to all the ones that have not been marked. Then he will just go back to the police commander and say, okay, are you aware that there were 12 police stops between Mankesim and... Then you say, I didn't know. So really, try it next week Sunday. You hear me? So it's like they should solve it, but it's like they've given up on it.
And it becomes a nuisance. The irony was that you're driving on a road, it's pitch dark.
Yeah.
You don't even see them ahead.
And they are waiting there to catch you.
They are waiting there.
And Sky, you know why I'm troubled about this? Now, the Mankesim roundabout itself is too small, by the way. The road is being done. We are happy with the road being done.
Yes.
But Christmas, one of the biggest things we see in Ghana is that we have the diaspora visitation at Christmas. Most of those people, when they come, they want to do Central and Western. Now, the way the road is going to affect the traffic to that region. So to add 12 police stops, it's just going to frustrate everybody. You get it? Because most of these guys, when they come for this December thing, they will do Accra a couple of days, maybe do Ho, do some place. They will definitely do Cape Coast. They will definitely do Asin Manso. Because that's where, Gabrielle, has done a very powerful video. She was interviewed about her encounter at Asin Manso. I can imagine a lot of Americans watching this and saying, I want a bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you going to drive on a road with 12 police stops with dust and the police people asking you? You can't have that.
That's why
you
I
can't
said
have
that
that.
I can speak for and against.
Okay, speak for. Okay. And let me see if it will make sense.
The for is that, look, the central region, especially that corridor, is one of the areas we see a lot of nightly activities of criminals. I frequent there for court responsibilities and all of that. And if you have to leave, you have to leave very early. If you're not lucky, you get into the hands of these, criminals who throw stones at your vehicle, hoping that they can get you off the road and then rob you. And they do that every now and then. So in terms of providing security for commuters on that stretch, there's a lot of argument to make for the installation of these, checkpoints. But the question...
Can I just add to that?
Okay.
Having adequate lighting would also add to providing security for the place beyond or in addition to the several checkpoints.
Exactly. So, yes, what we should be asking is, yes, the checkpoints are there, but are they doing what they are required to do? Or they are doing something incidental to or in place of? what the requirement is. It would seem that the general complaints we get is that they have converted a need into their own national need,
new economy, a sub-economy.
Exactly. And that is where the IGP, I think, would have to be.
And the other challenge I have is that once you cause these go-slows because of the multiplicity of checkpoints, we can't even differentiate between a real police checkpoint and when there's a hold-up because somebody's robbing people. Do you understand? So the checkpoints should be strategic and few and far between. I even think they should be based on intelligence around where criminal activity takes place. Because if I'm driving and I see people go slow, my natural instinct is to also follow them. Maybe the people are catching people and they are beating them.
Yeah, exactly.
Number two, as she said, the place should be better lit.
Yeah.
The road is a bad road already. To have darkness on it, it's not really fair. And I'm saying that we checked the list of tourist visits in 2023. That list, I think a lot of the Cape Coast Castle was one of the places people visited a lot. Kakum Park was on the top. I think Abri Gardens was also one of those. I think Elmina Castle too has a lot of visitors. If the road is not in a good shape by December and the police continue with this type of thing, the economy will suffer. The economy will suffer. Central region, in my view, is one region with a lot of potential. Why? At the two extreme ends, Kasua here, Komenda close to Takrady. So already its edges have development. Cape Coast, in a sense, has suffered because of those two. Okay. Now you have Winneba coming up. With Winneba's closeness to Budumburam, you can form a whole enclave there. If you do that, Swedro, Winneba, Bojuase Road, you've done something. Goma Central launched something they wanted to do, economic zone. Beautiful. There's a massive natural park in Goma Central that they've built. So my point is that a lot of people in Accra, if they don't want to go too far, Central region is fantastic. If you have great roads, Asin Manso is there. Central region can raise our GDP. You cannot create this police bottleneck. I agree that they must check crime. The road itself is undulating and so serpentine already. So Sky, honestly, I think the police should be interested in stopping these illegalities. You know. And then the other thing is that you can see police who are genuinely there because this is where they are supposed to be. Then you see a police car hiding behind a tree with 3 policemen with guns.
They have torchlights.
And they've dressed differently. So, generally, MTTD police, when you see them, they are white. These guys will have this pickup. Then they'll park the car adjacent or like orthogonal to the road, hide under a tree, and they are waiting.
That one is operations.
Operation for what?
Operation.
What operation?
Operations.
How do you have 12 checkpoints?
Operations.
See, if you have 12 checkpoints between Mankesim and where Winneba, come on.
Operations.
12.
We need an optimal number.
Guys, seriously.
So for every 5 minutes, we have to.
So what is the what is the intelligence information? Then you might as well close down the whole place. No. If you need 12 checkpoints between, how many kilometers is this?
I can't tell, but it's a 30 to
Check
45
it on Google.
minutes.
It's an economic operation.
Sky, it's not right.
It's an economic operation.
Yeah, you can't do that. Meanwhile, there are enclaves with no police presence.
Yeah.
If you use the back route, Bojuase to Swedru, there's even a route that takes you to Ejumako to Mankesim.
Yeah.
The Ejumako to Mankesim road is a very narrow road. There's no light. There's no police there.
We used on the return. We used the from Winneba to Swedru to Bojuase. Same problem. It's dark, and then you have the police there as well.
Yeah.
But there were fewer.
If I have contraband goods in Ghana, I won't use the main road. And the back route from Mankesim that takes you through Abura Dunkwa into Ejumako and then to Ejumako Bisiase, which continues. That route requires better police presence and light. But I don't think they do anything.
I don't get it. So, okay, we are stealing the lights in Accra.
Yeah.
Are they stealing the lights on that highway?
No, there's no lights there. So
there
on
are
the
no
highway,
lights
Some stretches that.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So what is the difficulty in keeping
to be
that
fair,
area lit?
Those places, what you need is road reflectors. It's not realistic to expect street light on those roads. But what you can expect is at least if they mark the road well and they demarcate it, if it's not a feeder road, you should be able to know that you are in your lane.
So what's the difficulty?
They'll say we don't have money.
For the reflectors? For a road like that?
It's not even good
Bro,
enough.
East
So you
Legon.
can't
East
put
Legon.
reflectors there.
They do a road from Ajenga not to some place. They put asphalt on it. Sometimes it takes them
I haven't
6
used that road
months.
in 10 years,
It
so-
takes them 6 months to even mark it. Listen, you're talking about East Legon where rich people stay. They do a road, they just put asphalt and people start driving. They don't even mark it to now talk of even using. Do you know that they are still putting this road, Flower Pot interchange, that they did? It's only recently that they started marking it.
Yeah.
And they haven't even finished though. So here in Ghana, the road is for you to drive on it. It's not for any other purpose. There's no communication with you. The purpose of the road is for you to just drive your car on it and go fast. There's no communication, speed limits, nothing.
Well, the general feedback to the conversation you're having is that there were a lot of robberies on that road. And so the checkpoints were necessary at the time. As to that, they are still necessary, but a lot of the messages that are coming say, in fact, somebody has counted. It says there are 16 checkpoints in all.
Oh, between Mankesim and Winneba Junction.
Which means you are sleeping part of the journey.
No, I counted
16.
I counted
But
12.
Read what they are saying. Maybe I'll
Okay,
take
good morning. The police barriers mounted on that stretch at night is crazy. Unnecessary stops and checks. Something must be done about that. There's someone from the University of Ghana. Bernard and team, there used to be a lot of robbery cases on that road. The checkpoints have been there for over a year. We have 16 checkpoints in all. Please, these police roadblocks are purely to prevent crimes. They're usually done at night. Ben and Co., the police stops on the Accra Cape Coast Road have been there for years. There were times when we had a lot of robbery on that stretch. It was a good intervention, though it's sometimes annoying. I complained once about the many police officers on the road causing traffic. The police told me that once I'm using this road, I should make an hour allowance for them. Kojo from Tema.
Let me make the point. I'm not saying there shouldn't be checkpoints.
Yeah.
Sky, there should be structure to the checkpoints. There should be some logic to the checkpoints. If you have, please calculate for me, Mankesim to Winneba, how many kilometers? If I put 16 into that, I'm sure it's like every 4 kilometers there's one.
Let's use 12.
Let's
I
even use
counted
12. Sky, you can't tell me that. I'm not a policeman, but I'm just saying that we cannot use a legitimate need to abuse citizens' rights of movement. We cannot use a legitimate need to create bottlenecks that don't make sense. We all know the police must protect us. You are driving somewhere, even in Accra, in the night, a residential area. Then you see a long build-up of traffic, maybe Tema. So I'm in Tema. I'm on the hospital road, and I'm going towards Ashaman overhead. Then the police have put a barrier right after the roundabout that takes you to so there's a roundabout there which has a shell. This barrier they've put there can cause traffic all the way to the hospital. When you get there, they shine the torchlights in your face. Carry on. I don't know what rubric they use to decide who they should check. Maybe if I have dreadlocks, they'll stop me and say, have we in the car?
They do profiling.
All right. They'll open your boot. When they see me, sometimes when they see that a driver is driving you, you are probably a big man. I'm just saying that we don't need to know what they do. But the truth is that if Sky, you see, you can't cut off your nose to spite your face. I am not going to go there for Christmas, and I'm not going to take anybody there for Christmas because it's too much of a hassle. If I want to go to Cape Coast Castle, I won't go. Ghana is going to lose resources. So I'm saying that the tourism ministry, the central regional minister, the interior minister must have a special Christmas operations, whatever, which can make people secure, but also allow you understand, allow ease of movement, because the whole point of building is for people to move in ease. It's just too complicated. If you have a case in Winneba, will you go? It will be trouble. It's complicated.
I go every now and then.
You have to. It's not fair.
That's why I was saying that.
In fact, she came from Abakrampa with a cold. I'm sure she got it in the dust. In the dust. in the dust.
The Quran have imported it from across the
ocean.
Yes, no. We don't know. She went to Abakrampa and brought a cold.
But why should it be that cold?
Let me just
it was in the dust.
Let me give you
I wasn't exposed
a few
to
more
the dust.
messages on the matter. Abeku, help me.
A lot of messages,
yes,
actually.
I'm just going to go through them before Edwin comes in. Hi, Bernard and team. I think the checkpoints are there to slow down the speed of vehicles because it's an accident-prone area, especially in the night. So if you realize the checkpoints are mounted mostly from evening to morning. This is Ernest from Afanko. Okay. Bernard, I lived in the Western region for 6 years. With the exception of the Briwa checkpoints where they are known for extorting motorists, we'll appreciate the importance of these checkpoints when you continue to Accra at night. These checkpoints are not there during the day. Anytime I was coming back to Accra, I made sure I left before 3 p.m. to avoid these stops. They may be annoying, but you feel very secure if you're a regular user of that corridor.
Let me ask, were there checkpoints there in the day?
No, I didn't. There were no checkpoints.
So it was the night issue.
It was the night issue.
But
you see, for every 5 minutes drive you stop, that's the inconvenience.
ADO Isumandazi from Tema Port Fire Service says, "Good morning, guys. If you've been robbed before on that stretch, you would appreciate these checkpoints. It's important to go slow and get home than to be robbed and killed by these useless criminals." Good morning to you, Bernard, and your panelists. Soto police create a stop in front of the police station and back up traffic for a kilometer every evening. What criminals are they stopping? Commuters going home from work? Good morning, Bernard and team. Kindly note that the police stop is to protect the citizens as a result of criminal activity, which happens on the road during the day and night. Due to the construction of the road and the fact that their cars are not moving fast, criminals have been taking advantage. These criminal activities were happening right here in Bunuburam, and so the police checkpoints were put on the road.
We appreciate the context and the feedback. I'm just calling for a special structure for Christmas because we pride ourselves in being one of the preferred Christmas destinations. And one of the things we need to do, the other place I need to talk about is 25, Committee 25.
Hey, why?
And I'll tell you something. A lot of the diasporan community, their Airbnbs are in 25 because 25 have a lot of buildings available for those things. I think that I'm coming to the tourism minister because the tourism ministry benefits from these visits. That's when they thrive. They have to have a special Christmas traffic plan. I'm saying this with all seriousness, that there has to be a special Christmas traffic plan for certain parts of the country. If you take Community 25 into Accra, motorway is being done, it's going to be a nightmare. If I come to Ghana to be an Airbnb at, what's the name? 25. I can't do anything in Accra. It doesn't make sense. So even if they are still constructing the road, they should create alternative routes, make it easy for the police to direct people to pass through those routes so that movement will not be stalled during Christmas. Because we've already seen traffic build up on the motorway this past week. And by next month, today is 11th, by 11th December, every morning people will be telling you there's traffic in Accra. So let's not wait and then police, we want you to come and tell us in collaboration with the Ministry of Transportation, what is your Christmas traffic plan for the urban areas? Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, and all those places. It's time for checking social media trends. Caleb, who's the sponsor?
It's by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is rewarding smart banking. Use your First mobile app or *894# for your everyday transactions, and you could win up to 500 Ghana cedis every week. Richard, Jamilu, Joseph, and others won in the previous months. You could be the next winner. So just use the First mobile app or *894#. If you are not a member of the family yet, download the app or use the hashtag *894# to initiate the account opening process. Call 0596 921 921 for more details. First banking first.
By the way, Mankasim to Winneba is 50 kilometers. Divide that by 12. So about 4 kilometers per top. All right,
so
Edwin.
Maximum 1 hour drive. Maximum.
Yeah. Edwin Kwakufi is here with Tech and Social Media Trends. Edwin, welcome.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday was a very eventful day. Before the appointments committee, because the acting Chief Justice and Chief Justice nominee, or Bafuboni, was appeared before the committee to be vetted. But then it was held up for about 2 or 3 hours because of exchanges between the minority leader and the majority leader. Minority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin and the majority leader Mahama Ayariga. So what happened was that Afenyo-Markin, who is the minority leader, he referred to the CJ nominee as a disputed nominee, which ticked off the majority leader. And then he responded, says, you can't refer to him as a disputed nominee. He says he is willing to be offensive because he doesn't want the minority leader to disrupt the proceedings or go beyond the procedures of the committee. So it ended up being a whole back and forth that lasted for about 3 hours. They took a break, came back, and then the minority walked out of the vetting because they say they couldn't be part of such a process and that they rejected the nominee. So that took a whole about 3 hours, as I said.
There was an interesting proverb that the Deputy Speaker, who is the chair of the committee, posted on his Facebook page, and at the time I saw it, it had close to 500 comments. He says, never honor a fight on your father's farm when you know so well that it's your father's crops that will be destroyed. And those are only Richard Sky can interpret it. Because I think, he's from Akachi. Yeah, so and people were enjoying themselves with the program.
It was an important message. You see, the approach I have to this is that, and guys, I have covered Parliament for more than 20 years.
You're a big man, we know that.
So I say it with some little understanding of what happens in that area. You see, minorities generally have their say. That doesn't mean that they should say anything and get away with it. The majority
will have their way.
So if you contextualize that particular post, if it actually
the leader posted,
yes,
the speaker,
yes. What's the business of the majority leader? Your job is to do government business.
So get your nominee vetted to
go. Okay. What does the minority want to say?
They want to say what they want to say.
They want to say what they want to say. That these are the reasons.
So let him say it and go.
So what do? Okay, allow him to say whatever he wants to say.
Then you still do what you want to do.
And then immediately after he's finished, raise a point of order and say that, look, in your respectful view, everything he has said, or most or part of the things he has said, are offensive of the rules. So you are urging the what do you call it, the chairman of the committee to direct that the entirety of the submission should be expounded from the records, or they should be limited to those areas that are offensive.
Instead of doing the back and forth, that delayed the process by an hour.
It was completely unnecessary.
So you think the speaker was subtly speaking to the majority leader that this fight is on your father's farm. So what you need to do is to let's get on with it.
Exactly. Allow him to say. He will say. You see, what will happen is that, and people don't understand this. If the speaker directs that all or part of what has been said is offensive, and that's
it will even go on the record.
It will not be anywhere in the parliamentary record.
So even though we've heard it,
so you would have heard it,
but it's not.
It is not part of the record. So that is and I've seen, people do this for the years that I've been in Parliament. And
so you think, in a sense, the majority leader's disruption of that and the whole argument was rather delaying the process of approval.
Exactly.
So it's what Ben may have been saying.
Yeah, he is entitled to raise objections, but it's a question of what strategy do you use to ensure that the rules are properly.
So we won't fight on our father's farm.
Yeah,
because my father's crops will be destroyed.
It's a typical ever something. Where you go on?
No, I want you to say it in your language, but you don't want to say it. Come on.
So yeah, the fights may have overshadowed a lot, but the main item of the day was the vetting of the Chief Justice nominee, and he said a number of things. First of all, that the plans are in place, or they are considering a 24-hour judicial system where courts will also sit at night. He said currently there's a
24 hours.
Yes, there's a morning shift and an afternoon shift, but they are also looking at having night courts as well to deal, so that cases can be dealt with very quickly.
Night shift.
Yes.
The day oneself, I cannot.
So he says he's qualified to be CJ because a lot of people have been saying a lot about him, and he says that
it means you have to keep your eyes open during the night court. Keep your eyes open because he can pass by your side.
He says he's committed to ensuring justice for all, regardless of your status or your position. And regarding that, he also mentioned a case he oversaw a few years ago. He says he decided to give him a 70-year sentence instead of a 30-year sentence because he was worried that if he came out early, he might target him and his family.
So he wants him to grow old and be bearded there.
And
he said that there?
Yes, he said that's there, and a lot of people have been sharing various opinions about that. Yes, a couple.
Very unfortunate. You
shouldn't have said that
because he would give Atai's lawyer some ideas. I'll leave it there.
Yes, so people are saying that you can't say that. Everyone deserves justice, no matter what they are accused of or alleged to have done. Other people are saying that you had to be there. The terror that was that existed at the time in those communities when Atai was operating, it merited a long sentence, and they were happy that he went out for a long time. So different varying opinions.
The question is whether the fears of the judge's family were matters before the court for consideration as to lead him to come to the conclusion that the man deserved a longer sentence.
But did he say that seriously or said it in jest?
Well, it's not particularly relevant as to whether he said it.
Shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, I mean, it's elsewhere by now. A lot will be happening. A lot will be happening.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple more trends before I go. Boko is trending because the Asante Hene says he will hold a 2-day session as part of mediation efforts in the conflict. So it will be November 29th and November 30, and December 1st. So the statement added that it's expected to be the concluding session of the mediation effort. So people are saying that if the Asante Hene is so confident that this will be the concluding session, then it means we might be close to finding a solution to this conflict. Yeah,
all right.
And one more conflict. Nigeria play this weekend in the playoffs against Gabon, the World Cup players. So
sorry, Nigeria did what?
Nigeria, they play Gabon this on Thursday in the World Cup qualifier playoffs.
Yeah.
So Nigeria midfielder or attacker Alex Iwobi, he shared a video of the surroundings of their hotel.
Is it a two-legged match?
Yes, no, it's a one-off.
Where are they playing it?
Morocco.
Okay.
So he shared the view outside his hotel, and it looked very, very bad. So Nigerians are complaining that look at all the money they've been giving to the team, and this is the best place they could
house
put them
in that hotel?
It's the Nigerian Football Federation.
Oh, wow.
So clearly not a serious hotel.
Yeah. They say it's a 4-star hotel. Maybe the surroundings may not be good.
How is the surrounding looking like?
It looked really bad, very rough. But they say they chose it because of its proximity to the stadium and the training facilities in Rabat. So that's what.
So they are just playing one match.
One match.
So if they don't score penalties,
yes, it goes to penalties. Yeah.
And then the two winners will meet.
Yes.
They want to give them.
And then they'll go and play another
round. Then we thank Gotoado.
You've been thanking him for a month now.
And that's
a long route. After the Gabon.
So okay, let's assume Nigeria beats Gabon.
Yes.
And let's assume Cameroon beats
DR Congo.
Then Nigeria meets
Cameroon.
And then the winner goes where?
The winner goes to a playoff and continental playoff.
Then the whole World Cup qualification all over again.
No, that's the whole tournament on this.
So, Nigeria.
Yeah.
We can help you with prayers.
We are not helping them with anything.
No, it would be nice for them to be there.
It's true.
It would be nice for them to be there. So I think of the 4 countries in the
it will be exciting.
It will be good to see.
It's always exciting
Nigeria
to have our cousins there.
So please, Nigeria, don't disappoint us.
Yeah. So finally in tech news, ChatGPT has been accused of acting as a suicide coach in a series of lawsuits filed over the week, alleging that interactions with the chatbot led to severe mental breakdowns and several deaths. So 7 lawsuits include allegations of wrongful death, assisted suicide, involuntary manslaughter, negligence, and product liability. So they say over the time, the chatbot evolved into a psychologically manipulative presence, positioning itself as a confidant and emotional support, even though the plaintiffs say they use the products for general help with schoolwork, research, writing, recipes, and work, or spiritual guidance. So, yeah, a lawsuit.
So I want to ask Guy a question. Guy and
there are people who see
and Kaka. No. So why don't we see some of these type of cases here?
No.
Asking someone to sue ChatGPT.
Hey, what are you doing?
But you can test the law too.
No, you must go and test the law.
But there must be a course of action. Has anybody come to say that? The son has committed.
These things, as far as we never feel the negative effects of these things. No,
because I think it's also important to mention quickly, Bernard, that you see, like every tool, there are 2 sides.
Of course.
If you hold a knife right now, you can either use it to cut bread, which you use to feed yourself, or you use it to commit a crime.
It's the same thing.
So the question is, to what use are you putting the tool?
That is the question.
I want the 2 of you to test the law.
There should be cause of action.
Let us go and test the law.
Looking for
our bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Wouldn't we sick out to bank be brave? No lie, only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now you got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. They tell me officer chilling, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feel do I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank, we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That's *530#. Then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interests will be. But you can help her get a strong start with good nutrition. Yum Vita, made with the goodness of milk, plus Nutri-V, is a delicious, nutrient-rich cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Give your baby good nutrition for a strong start. Yum Vita is available in other yummy variants. Yum Vita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
No money and payday is 3 weeks away? How do I fix this? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Fafa can help.
That was Dada Joe before he called Fafa.
Yes. Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers, offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required.
Promo is now extended to 31st December. T's and T's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Hey, Joe! Hey, police! Electrician, no, why you done? Only in jail, one.
Regina,
I am sure Mukaka, one fuck cables are papa and a wire dime. And when I did just share ya bay you. How will electricity so there? I'm a cables near you. And we'll do more put down for a bay. Problems what happened? I would uncheck you for some cables. Look at the right certification. And the cables are papa. From a next gen cable metal Ghana limited. Oh, you made in Ghana. What bay? I work for 60 years. When the cables look at the ISO certification. YSP will come how was or your low smoke cable and a fire safety cable. Now, so when you do beer, and to ask when you want down. Next answer, our quality fire safety cables are papa. And your low smoke cables, halogen free cable, fire retardance cables, and your Nexans cable metal Ghana limited in Casa. No, be Yamo 030-3304-12 and 3.
Nexans cable metal, electricity no get leg. It be Nexans cable metal cable they carry ya.
If you hungry and you know it, OCM. OCM. If you hungry and you know it, OCM. OCM. If you hungry and you know it and you really want to eat. If you hungry and you know it, OCM. OCM. If you hungry and you know it, OCM. OCM. If you hungry and you know it, OCM. OCM. If you hungry and you know it, and there's nothing in the fridge. If you hungry and you know it, OCM. OCM. Yo, yeah, this show. Yo, yeah, this show. Yo, yeah.
noodles. Comes in 3 varieties: wheat, oat, and rice.
Hello everyone, I am Sewami here. I love OCM, be it in the morning, afternoon, or evening.
Ready to eat?
This advert is FDA approved.
Make a choice. Go for it. You need support to achieve. A new verse awaits you. The Republic Verse, where you're treated as uniquely as you are. Succeed, thrive, outshine yourself. This is our verse, the Republic Verse. Join the Republic Verse and big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
(20:08). Christmas came early. Did you know that you can acquire a brand new German machine with your used car budget? Save up to 50,000 cities depending on the vehicle you buy from VW today. Call or WhatsApp 025-638-6896 for more information about a range of models including the Virtus, the T1 All-Space, the T-Cross, the all-new Touareg, as well as the Terramont. VW Drive Local. With Enterprise Advantage points, you can rack up points and score some rewards just by making purchases, renewing policies, and more through our self-service portal or the Enterprise Advantage app. Log into your account, access Advantage points, and start earning points for rewards like airtime, Momo, and more. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net or download the Enterprise Advantage app today. Enterprise, your advantage. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey taste of Twisco, enriched with Enerfort, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B and C and D, as well as iron. At just 2 cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to reach delightful chocolatey taste of Twisco and power that dream. Twisco, power your dream. Why travel abroad when world-class education is right here in Ghana? At Lancaster, Ghana, you earn a British degree, develop employability skills, and enjoy a campus experience that inspires growth and confidence. Apply now to study with expert faculty trained to UK standards right here in Ghana. Go to lancaster.edu.gh or call 0248 656 274 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh for more information. If you want a comfortable and fulfilling retirement life, then you need to jump on the SNIT ladder. Don't be a member of the Hadanoon Club. Take decisive, bold action today. Get enrolled on the SNIT scheme, pay your contributions regularly, and relax knowing that SNIT's got you covered for retirement and for life. Call SNIT on 0302 611 622 or connect with us on our socials at SSNIT Ghana or visit any of our 53 branches nationwide to transact with SNIT. SNIT will deliver on our promises. Get on the property ladder with Afro Arab Properties. You can own your dream home and pay within 5 years with no interest rate. From 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom homes, we have covered areas like Manette, Spintex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashaliboche, Tema Community 25, Ningo, Old Ningo, Amasaman, and other areas. Call Afro Arab on 0244109144 or go to afroarabproperties.com for more information. Time check is 8:23, so it looks like the road from Abakrampa to Winneba will occupy. Actually, no, Mankesim to Winneba.
Yeah, so Mankesim to Winneba
50-kilometer road is
50 kilometer
occupying
road.
our.
You shouldn't go beyond an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, your texters are extending the conversation beyond that stretch.
While we are going there, I just wanted listeners to also help me with the name of some prominent towns on that road.
Okay.
All right, between Mankesim and Winneba, which are I know you meet at Palm.
Yes.
Which other proper town will you meet?
There's a Gomoa something.
Hey, don't do that. Check it and call us.
Okay, this is Maori.
But I just wanted to, just before Godfred comes in, I just wanted to say a big thank you. This is in line with my trip to Brussels.
Is it?
Yeah, a big thank you to the Forestry Commission and FERN, as well as Palladium, for making it possible. And also thank the ambassador to Belgium, Ghana's ambassador to Belgium, Henry Techi Manson, and his staff, Mabel and Kweku. They, after the events, the FLECT events, the Forest Law Enforcement Governance and Trade License Celebration.
Forest Law
Enforcement Governance and Trade License.
My God.
Yes. So in August, I think in August on the 15th is when Ghana commenced issuing the licenses. So we are saying that timber from Ghana is sustainable and legal. Just thanking the ambassador and his team for hosting us after the event.
As a guest of the embassy.
Exactly. Yes.
Beautiful. So you went to discuss forest law?
Yes, we went to discuss forest law and also tell the world that if you're buying timber or wood products from Ghana, they are sustainable and they are legal. And also talk about the full circle of the forestry business. So you have the wood being somewhat processed, and then you have the finished products like tekura, etc. So that's what we went to tell
on the law side you are covered. On the furniture side with tekura day, and on the media reporting, Charlie, no, you do no, Charlie. So FLECT.
You didn't bring coffee.
But it's good.
Guys, let's close the show.
We don't want people to go abroad and bring us sweets. We should do value addition in Ghana. Why should you travel to Belgium to and bring chocolate to us to eat here? What's the sense in
You
that?
see, you had some chocolate on the show.
Of different worlds.
Bernard, you had some chocolate.
Taste of different
LPM you used to read.
Ghanaian chocolate.
Yes, I love that chocolate so much.
So
when I travel, I can't buy chocolate.
How am I going to experience a taste of Belgium?
It's largely
she should buy something from Belgium that is Belgian. Like Asterisk Comics or something.
We've read all of those.
Or she should buy some Belgian souvenirs.
You will discuss it later.
Not chocolate.
Chocolate, I agree.
To send cocoa beans to Europe and go and bring chocolate and come and eat.
Which is largely milk.
So it is good you didn't bring any chocolate.
That enclave is very known for robbery between Apam Junction and Winneba Junction. It's just a 10-minute drive. But we have 3 checkpoints. They can re-strategize, have few checkpoints, and then have vehicles do patrols on the stretch instead. Good morning. The road checks have been there for a while. It's for security. Don't forget there were robberies along that stretch not too long ago, especially around the Potson area.
Go back to the previous text you read about Apam.
Okay.
Read it because I want to be sure of something.
Says that enclave is known for robberies, especially between Apam Junction and Winneba.
Apam Junction and Winneba.
Yes, that's even between Apam Junction and Winneba Junction, which is a 10-minute drive. So you have 3 checkpoints.
Wow. And it's part of the 50-kilometer stretch?
Yes. Okay. So they can re-strategize, have a few checkpoints, and then have vehicles do patrols on the stretch instead. Good morning. The road checks have been there for a while. It's for security. Don't forget there were robberies along that stretch not too long ago, especially around the Potson area. It's a bit annoying, but it's better than insecurity during the night. This is Jacob from Oyarifa. Good morning, Bernard. There are 2 police checkpoints or stops on the Krobo Dumasi Otekpolu Road. One on the mountain not far from Dumasi and another at Obapa Township. These checkpoints are bribe-taking zones. The IGP should put professional men there, and the drivers should be admonished to carry their driver's licenses and have proper documentation for their cars. Ghana deserves better than these checkpoints. So Edmond from B Hills is reporting the police checkpoints on the Krobo Dumasi Otekpolu Road. Good morning, Bernard and team. As for the checkpoints, I think they should be there. My nanny is from Cape Coast, and she's always ranting about how kidnappers frequent the Accra Cape Coast Road. But yes, the roads also need to be properly lit. Good morning, Citi CBS, the Citi Breakfast Show. I think the frequent police checkpoints are great, especially at night. This is because people speed too much on that road. There are lots of unnecessary overtaking. It has basically turned into a race. It has basically been turned into a race course where even commercial vehicles participate enthusiastically. The most unreasonable thing is how they speed through towns making it difficult and dangerous for local inhabitants.
Mm.
Guys, between Mankesime and Winneba, there are lots of illegal checkpoints in the evening that cause unnecessary traffic. At some points, there are 2 checkpoints within 2 minutes. When I was working in Takrade, there was a time a car was driving me. I nearly ran through them because we couldn't tell if they were the police or criminals, especially because they had no reflectors and were hidden in the bushes. This is Fifi. Bernard, it's not difficult to get a car from Sweden to Winneba, especially on market days, because Sweden to Winneba has about 4 police stops, and at each point the driver pays 5 cedis. That's 20 cedis, and the road is also bad. Now most drivers don't want to use that road again. Good morning, Bernard and team. Funny enough, from Winneba to Kaswa has about just 7 or 8 police checkpoints. This is Kwamena from Bawe.
By the way, what was the nature of the road between Mankesime and Winneba? Was it being done?
Well, it was fairly okay.
Fairly okay.
Fairly okay. You could drive properly. It wasn't marked, and then there wasn't any lights.
So when you got to Winneba, you went to use the Swedru side. You decided you were not going to use the Winneba to Kaswa.
Yes, we chose an even more horrible road.
So
because of safety.
You went on Swedru, and then you went to appear Bojuase.
Yes.
And came back to Kaswa.
Yes.
All right.
Should I continue?
No, just give me a second. So we appreciate the comments on that road, and I also want the police administration to give us a comment on the multiplicity of checkpoints on that road. We just want to know the logic behind it. We understand we need to be safe, but having 12 checkpoints on a 50-kilometer stretch is a bit much. Now, the AGI, in collaboration with Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry and GSA, present the 14th AGI Ghana Industry and Quality Awards on the theme Creating a Conducive Business Environment and Quality Standards for Industry Competitiveness in a 24-hour Economy. Now, it's on Saturday, November 29 at the Grand Arena Accra International Conference Center. Guest of honor is Excellency the President of Ghana. Major sponsors are Gasem Softcare, Regulus, Promasidor, Olamagri, Wilma Africa, Qualiplast, B5 Plus, Syntex Tank, JCB Bank, Gold Nestle, Activa Insurance, Arcadia, and Petrosol. Is it Acacia or Arcadia? It's supposed to be Acacia. It's written here Arcadia. Co-sponsors are Casapreco, Coca-Cola, Accra Brewery, Guinness Ghana, Sleek Garments, Voltic, Apple Pie, Multi-Thread, and Ice Diha. Now, if you want tickets to the AGI Awards, call 024 4499101. So that's 02449 0244 499 Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey taste of Twisco, which is energized with vitamins B, C, D, and more. We have 400 grams, we have 20 grams, and we have 400 gram tin. Head to your nearest store and grab yours. Twisco, power your dream. G&J has in stock some fantastic generators to keep your world powered with reliable gen sets, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so your power never stops. G&J, your go-to for total energy solutions. For more information, visit our website gjtechghana.com. G&J, your energy partners. At First Atlantic Bank, we're proud to be crowned Digital Bank of the Year, not once but twice, back to back. It's a celebration of our commitment and relentless drive to give you the ultimate convenience in digital banking. Whether it's through our mobile app, internet banking, USSD, or any of our seamless platforms, we make sure your banking experience is truly safe, fast, and secure. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. Yamvita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time for babies 6 months and more easy. With 3 delicious flavors, rice, wheat, and maize, baby gets a variety of cereals. We recommend you only add previously boiled water. Stay and experience the joy of feeding baby. Yamvita, good nutrition for a strong start. And the luckiest is still on. Go to the luckiestafrica.com for more information to register. You can win either by buying a ticket for yourself or buying for someone else. You can also let the system generate a ticket for you. One ticket can multiply your money by 500 times. This is your golden chance to get lucky. I wanted to say something about the roads. Don't you think that it would be sensible to rather build these ring roads? So you see that the Accra Cape Coast Road is a major road, but the alternative route basically can start from Achimota, Pokwase. All right, Pokwase can connect you back to the N1, and then in fact there's actually a route that takes you to Kasua from the back. They haven't done it, but be that as it may, if you get to Kasua, they can do Bojuase to Swedru as an alternative, whilst they are fixing this road. I even think you can toll those roads, or you can decide that you will toll the main road and leave those roads free. Because if you are constructing a road and the alternative route is worse, it means that not much thinking went into the road construction project. There's another road that, I mean, see, if you want to get to the central region from Accra, let's assume you are a farmer who goes to Adoso to get food, and you want to send the food to Cape Coast. You have no business coming to Kasua. There's a route that takes it from Nsawam through Upper West.
So you pass through Ebri.
No, yeah.
Before you get to Nsawam.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So you were trying to avoid traffic at Buduburam,
Yes.
and you ended up. To be fair, I'm told that part of the road you used was not bad.
The Swedro stretch.
Yes.
Part was not bad, but
Yes.
you know what you hit on the Swedro from the Winneba Junction.
Yeah.
That's really bad. It's stony. Okay, so we took the Winneba Junction. I think is on the roundabout is the second turn through the Swedro Road
Go to Agona
Bojoase, and then we came through Ebri, not Kaswa. We came through Ebri.
So it means when you got to Bojoase, you didn't come back to Kasua.
No, we did not.
You continued. Okay.
So you can. There's a route from Bojoase to.
That means you went to
Ebri.
Adesu.
I think so.
Adesu,
Yeah.
then you went to Ashirase.
Yes.
In Sawam.
Yes.
And then you came down to. So you means you got through in Sawam and you went to Ebri.
Yes.
Because
we
we're
had
going to
no
Adenta.
business with. Yes, we're going to Adenta. We had no business. With,
What was the nature of the road between Bojoase and Adesu?
well, I think that was in
Fairly
fairly good condition.
And then the road
okay.
from Adesu to Sawam? You're not sure?
I'll say same. Because
up and down.
there
up
was
and
nothing
down.
to talk about.
It was just, yes.
It was the Swedro road that was horrible. The rest were manageable. I mean,
And then Sawam to Ebri was okay.
yeah.
There was a lot of traffic on Ebri. I went to Koforidua on Saturday, and that morning everybody was doing Keep Fit. So
Up the hill.
Charlie. So apparently some churches were doing Keep Fit up the hill, and then the people of Ashirasi were doing Ujira, and they were also coming down the hill. So there was a lot of traffic around the Peduasi all through to Ebri side. And when we're coming back to, there was a lot of traffic from Ebri down to Peduasi. And then Ebri girls and Presec Ebri were doing visiting hours. Ekropon School of the Blind was doing 80th anniversary. So it was like, usually, apparently second Saturday of the month is when they do all those things. So Charlie, everywhere you pass was red. You know, and then they were doing some, I think they were carrying the chiefs also out for
something.
Charlie, the road passer. But for me, I feel like there needs to be something said about the alternative routes. Yeah. Whilst this is going on, you want to say something?
Yeah, no, it was just a message that I wanted to read. I found interesting.
Can I
Go on, please.
interrupt you? I'm sorry about
Please
that.
interrupt.
Bernard, you were asking about towns along or between the Mankesim and Winneba Junction.
Yeah.
So I've gone on the Google map, and some of the towns here, you have Ekumfi, Ekwafo, Ekumfi, Esweshia.
Esweshia?
Yes, Esweshia.
Yeah.
And then you have the Apam Junction, as you mentioned. There's Gomoa and Kamon. There's Gomoa Potin, and then there's Ochrekon before you get to the Winneba Junction.
So it means you go through Gomoa East, Gomoa Central, and Gomoa West before you come to Ekumfi constituency. I'm just looking at constituencies now.
Okay.
And then you get to Mankesim. Mankesim in Fansiman East. All right.
Yeah.
So, and the other things are, guys, there are lots of great tourist sites on the coast. But the
roads leading to them are horrible.
I remember Citi did a program at a place called Blue Diamond Beach Resort.
Oh, I've been there. I love
So
that
when
place.
we're going,
getting there is the
when you get to Apam Junction, you have to drive.
Yeah.
And the road is very, very bad. At the time we went, I don't know if they've done anything about the road. There are lots of beautiful beach things
along
that stretch.
But the access roads are bad. Anyway, let me just read this one.
Yeah.
It says, without marked roads, road signs, etc., how can the policeman even arrest me for an infraction? How do you say I'm driving in the wrong lane when there's no line separating the road? Where there is no law, there's no transgression.
He will catch you and say you don't have a cutlass in your car.
There are faulty traffic lights, no street lights, balustrades, etc. The police just stand around to take our money. Let's get this country fixed.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
I agree to some extent that to make the law work, we need to do
The
our part
infrastructure.
as a state, infrastructure. But then there's a reasonable expectation that a reasonably competent driver will know where to drive when you're on the road. So you can't say that merely because you don't have my road markings, you should be driving obviously in the wrong lane. So
Can you repeat that?
What I'm saying is that as a reasonably competent driver, when you're on the road, you know that when you're going towards Accra, you use the right lane, right? when you're coming from the Accra, you use the right lane. If it is a single road that you are on, it is normally divided into two. You know that you'll be in the right one, not in the left one. So if you find yourself on the wrong side of the road, merely because you don't have markings, that means that you're not reasonably competent.
I think the listener, whoever sent that text, is expressing their frustration.
I agree with him.
The same way there's a reasonable expectation of the driver, the expectation from the law enforcement or the management of traffic should also be reasonable. To the point that if for every 5 minutes we are stopping for police checks in a 50-kilometer road that we shouldn't go beyond 1 hour, that doesn't appear to be reasonable. I think it's a frustration there. Because if you expect us to do the right thing, you must put the structures in place.
That is correct. But outside that, we are talking about protecting lives and properties. So once you move onto the road, there's a reasonable expectation that
they should stop
as a driver,
bribes.
you should
stop collecting. Sky, let me say something.
In the context,
this country can never develop if men in uniform don't see anything wrong with collecting money. And if citizens think it's normal, you cannot develop a society where people in uniform shamelessly collect money from citizens. You can never defeat any other civilization if you do that. So what I'm saying is beyond trying to call the police a bad name. In principle, it tells you that there's a moral weakness in the society. How can somebody in uniform stoop so low to collect 10 cedis or 5 cedis from a driver?
The rates have gone up.
You cannot, guys. It is for me. It is unpardonable, and we shouldn't. The police administration should take it as a national crisis.
But when does it become problematic? Is it generally problematic, or where it is to trade off something?
Let me show you something. Last week, I was coming back to Adabraka from Tesano with my driver. We got to Ghana Telecom. There was a bit of traffic. Tiptoe lane, which is on the other side, for those who are coming towards away from Circle to Achimota, Sky, there was a massive hold up all the way to Calvary Baptist Church. Do you know why? Trotro drivers were misbehaving. There were not less than 7 MTTD police people wearing white. They were not doing anything. They were just walking in among. And my driver said, traffic be wahanu. The people were just parking in the middle of the lane, and the police were there. What were they doing? How can you have 7 policemen walking among trotro drivers who have decided that they will park all through to the last lane? So there was traffic, imagine, over the Kwame Nkrumah Dubai, all through to Calvary Baptist Church. Because drivers are misbehaving and don't respect police because police will collect money from them. So the inefficiency is related to a moral issue. If the police were deciding that people should drive on the right way and not park at the wrong side, and they have a bus stop, they have a bus stop, and the guy is wearing white, he's just standing there looking at them. Wrong. You, how can you build a society like this? So when we say, I'm not picking on the police because I have any personal beef with them. You can't wear that uniform and collect money from a citizen. You are disgracing. You are teaching kids. Look, I've had people who have kids in a car, and a policeman will say, "What will we say in Sika?" So even kids know that police people want to take money. How can you build a society like that? You are destroying everything in the country. People like that should be arrested and jailed. The police administration should never allow a policeman to take a bribe. And they shouldn't normalize bribe collection by policemen in whatever name they call it, whether it's extortion or begging or, oh, your boys are here. They should not do that. They should respect the uniform. Because the uniform is the symbol of authority. You cannot ask a citizen who is not in uniform for money. You cannot do that.
The uniform is an economic opportunity.
No.
It is not.
Even when I was a Boy Scout, even as a Boy Scout, you are told that when you are wearing this green thing, it differentiates you from other people. Your behavior must be different. Even Boy Scout, and you are a whole police collecting money, and not even any proper money, 10 cedis.
10 cedis multiplied by how many vehicles?
No, you know the reason why I'm trying to.
The sales will be easier.
No, I'll allow you to speak. But the truth is that you are not saying it. But why should they collect bribe?
You see, so that's what exactly I want us to do.
Why should they be taking money from people?
Distinction between what is
gift
giving, and what is bribery in the true sense of the word.
Okay, so what is the gift giving?
if you drive to a police barrier, right, and you notice the surrounding circumstances of the officers, you find that, oh, this is a burning zone, the sun is high, blah blah blah. They probably don't even have water.
Buy them some water.
And then you say, oh, officers, oh, I realize that you are doing, good work for the Republic. Here's water, or you take this and buy some water or something to eat. I do not think that as a citizen there's anything particularly wrong with that, because
can I qualify that if you're making that offering to the police, it must be in a certain context. If you know that you have violated a road regulation and you are doing that changes the context.
Yeah, I understand that. That's why I wanted us to draw the distinction between what is bribe and what is. No, hold on.
Let's hear him.
No, hear me. Hear me.
Let's hear him out.
The other side, which is where I identify with you, is where I drive up to a police barrier. I have a contraband in my boot. I do not want the officer to go and open the boot, and therefore I decided to say, officer, you don't go into this.
Just take this one.
You just take this one and forget about it. And the officer takes it and forgets about it and allows you to go. That would be bribery. Or where, for instance, the officer catches you, Sidi Gadochi, and say, you have done this. If I take you to court, you spend the next 2 months going back and forth. So don't waste your time. Let's not talk about court. You give me 1,000 cedis. And then I will allow you to. That again is bribery, and you have demanded.
You've painted many scenarios. Yes. You see, let's be careful. Number one, a policeman is paid by the state.
Not well enough.
Nobody's paid well enough.
Nobody's paid well.
Yeah,
that's number one. Number two, you see, the likelihood of corrupting. What is corruption? Corruption basically would then compromise his judgment. Okay, so a policeman is supposed to have a clear mind in doing whatever work he's doing. So if you say, oh, I think you are doing a good job, so here is money for you.
To buy water.
Maybe it's one off because you don't use that route frequently. But let's assume you're a frequent user of that road. If you give him that money and he takes note of you, then he also is favorably disposed towards you. So now, if he's supposed to objectively check cars, because you gave him money to buy water, he may not check you. So we're saying that it may not
be
that
likely.
The motive may be pure, but the effect may be this. So I'm not saying you had the wrong motive for giving that money. There was a day I was driving in traffic, Action Chapel Tunnel, going towards East Legon. It was raining heavily. I stopped my car, took out my umbrella, and gave it to the police because the policeman was conducting traffic, and I left. He was providing the national service. He didn't have an umbrella. It was dark. He would not even know who the hell I was. I can understand the context of what you say that, but I'm saying that once you and the policeman develop a money relationship, it's unhealthy. All right. Now there's a continuum between what is unhealthy, what is unethical, what is blatantly wrong, and what is criminal. It's a line. Okay, you're a lawyer, so you know this. What I'm saying is that there are situations where I can understand that maybe you buy water and give it to the policeman because he's in a sun for a long time and that kind of thing. But what we are describing here is police setting up barriers to frustrate people and asking people for money.
That's wrong.
Or going to tiptoe lane where drivers misbehave and police presence does not influence the conduct of the driver because the driver doesn't respect the police because every day they and the police are exchanging money. Do you understand? So there are 7 police people in that tiptoe lane confusion, and yet all the drivers are misbehaving, and the police is not asking them to.
That's wrong.
So I'm saying that, but how did it start? It didn't start with the police demanding money. It could have started by station master saying, "Oh, and then my bro, munji 2 cedis, munji 3 cedis." Then say, "Hey, na munji and comedy, inti mukra munji shwe, and every operation." Then it becomes. So what I'm saying is that you see, ba evil busume blata favor bomel. You are the Proverbs man. To wit, evil doesn't put on a head scarf before it comes to town. So it's subtle. All right? It starts with, let's give him 2 cedis. What I'm saying is that, okay, when you went to Japan, why didn't you give the policeman money because he was doing good work? I'm coming. There are certain cultures you go to, you dare not, because
you'll be arrested for trying to give the policeman that gift.
So wait, is it that those people are bad people? We are good.
No,
so
that's why we
that's
need to use the cultural nuances,
bro. This cultural nuance thing is what I'm saying that we have to be careful, because it is the cultural nuance that normalizes. You see, I'm saying that. You see, your motive may be pure. And number two, the training of the policeman. So let's assume if you have a good heart for the policeman, a policeman can say, "Oh, I don't need your money." That's the other part of the training. So it's not about your you can say, "Oh, he's did a good job, let me take some." So we are well paid. Number three, create a proper system for spot fines, so that the police don't have this hazard of wanting to stop you because they want to take the money for themselves. If you want to be objective with traffic offenses, create a system where you can scan my car number and fine me, and it will take it from my Momo, and it goes to a central chest.
That's correct.
Okay, because if the policeman is going to benefit from the operation, he will find fault. He will find Sky. If a policeman is determined to say you are wrong.
Oh yeah, they have a very skillful way of doing that.
Now I'm saying that citizens must ask for this, because our leaders don't seem interested in investing in these systems, because police don't stop them to ask them for bribe, because they drive V8s. So we are the ones who they stop us. As women who drive cars, the stress they go through with police, some are even hitting on them. Okay, so I'm saying that if we don't build a system that protects citizens, the people with power don't care, because for them, if the police stop him, salute, "Hey, honorable, hey, yes sir, then he'll go, because he's an MP. You driving a car, tired from a funeral, using the Ramoransa road, they will stop you 12 times and ask you silly questions, because they have more power and they are holding a gun. So let's not trivialize this issue of police people thinking it's normal to collect money from people. Number 5, there are criminals who drive nice cars. Who, Godfred gives an example. He's driving his 2012 registered car, Peugeot, in town. Police stops him, asks him unnecessary questions. A man is speeding above the speed limit with tinted windows, with a registration number which is not even registered. He speeds past the police, and the policeman doesn't stop him. Are you telling me that even with my non-training, that Godfred is a bigger player than that guy who's driving at neck-breaking speed?
I want to ask you. He told me that I'm not the one to tell him who to stop.
So what I'm saying, so we you see, if you manifest your policing in a way that shows that you are not interested in law and order, you're interested in something else, that's how you lose respect. How do you stop this guy? I'm not saying no, stop him. Somebody is driving a Lamborghini or whatever car it is,
it was a Lambo
with no registration, and it's a boom.
Or just for that example, or a trotro that has no lights, all the lights are broken,
and go, and you are telling me that, telling me that he's using the law to decide that Godfred is a bigger threat. Come on.
No, you see,
come on,
Bernard. I just want to again clarify that I have said that where there is a demand in expectation of stopping the law to work, that clearly would be bribery, right? In appropriate cases too, you see extortion, where you are saying, "Oh, give me this," even where there's no basis to even ask. In fact, you don't have the basis to ask for that.
And there's also subtle extortion, subtle.
Yeah, no, there's also
he won't
subtle.
be overt, subtle.
Then there is gift giving. You understand? And I'm saying that I do not have any objection to a citizen, and we do it all the time. In fact, if we stretch your argument, then we are saying that even members of parliament should not build police stations for their constituencies, where they are using maybe their own enterprise.
If they use public funds, there's nothing wrong with it. There's a moral issue with private citizens building police stations.
Yes.
If the MP uses public funds to do it, it's okay. But if he uses his private funds, even that one is an issue. Public goods by their nature must be funded by public fines.
Unfortunately, we do not have such a big kitty to allow us to do many things.
True, but we shouldn't make the exception the norm.
Bernard,
so I agree that churches can come together and build police stations, but it's not a healthy practice. Because if I'm a businessman and I set up a police station in my community, I'm the first person to move to the area, and I set up a police station with my own money. Chances are the police will look favorably upon me. If I have a quarrel with Francisca, they will treat Francisca as a criminal because I built the police station.
You see,
that's the truth. So the public good like policing, that's why the wisdom of our constitution makes it something that we all should pay for.
Yeah, but
so I'm saying that it is an exception. There are times where it may be out of necessity, but we shouldn't normalize it. for rich men to be building police stations for us. Then the police are in their pocket. We don't need that in our society.
Bernard, you see, that is why the law is objective enough to isolate cases where an officer acts on the basis of an inducement that he's received from a particular party to a matter. So yes, I mean, we see in the Western world, people open their checkbooks all the time and make heavy donations to the police to support one cause or the other. I'm saying that, yes, there is always the likelihood of your generosity influencing a policing conduct. But is there a way to temper that? And are there ways to trust the police that in appropriate cases, they are likely to see between what is right and what is wrong and to exercise their discretion on the right side of the law? Which is to say that, yes, you may be sending, Kaklo there every morning to support the work of the police on the road to the central region. But where you committed an act which infringes the law, they arrest you and prosecute you.
But we have to be sure that they are consistent. And we are saying that when you develop that filial monetary relationship with them, it blurs the lines. So
there's that fear.
So there's look, I'll tell you something. Even with certain positions, there are ethics. All right. So if you are a pastor in a church, there are certain things you can't do, not because it's wrong, but it's unethical. There are so many things you do which are not black and white wrong, but the Bible says, flee from every appearance of evil. So what I'm saying is that the police, as upholders of the law, should not put themselves in positions to even be needing any type of succor from citizens financially.
Unfortunately,
because the problem of poor police pay will not be solved by general citizens. It is solved. There's a method for solving it. That method is better laws around pay. Now, if a community comes together to say we are building a police station as communal labor, it's transparent, it's all inclusive, it's fine. I'm saying that once specific individuals with means have access to support the police, and by the way, this is not the same for church, for school or for hospitals, because it's different. Police, the police are the enforcers of the law. So it is different situation for them than it is for, say, if we come together and build a hospital collectively, it will serve everybody.
No, Bernard. No,
all right.
Not
Number two, a hospital doesn't resolve disputes between citizens.
No, Bernard. You see, you are.
So you can't. No, take your time. Let's not, for the sake of argument, a police is like a judge. Why did Anas show people holding goats to judges and we're all angry? Once you are interpreting a law, there are certain positions you can't put yourself in. It's not the same as a doctor. Fine, we are not saying that go and give gifts to doctors. We are saying that the issue of law enforcement and upholding the law, it's a special category. It's a special category of public servants. So if you are giving money to a policeman, you can give money to your teacher. But it's not the same as giving money to a policeman. It's a more serious offense.
Bernard, you see, what I'm saying is that, you see, doctors make decisions all the time as to who to save and who not to save.
Fine.
Right? What guarantees are there?
The basis of their ethics.
Of course, that is what it is. The same thing with the.
So I'm not saying give money to doctors. I'm not saying give money to doctors. What I'm saying is that I'm using the doctors thing as a comparison of communal building. Private individuals build hospitals. They build schools. People can set up private hospitals. The reason why I can't set up a private police station, I think it resolves the matter. Francisca and Bernard can make $1 million and decide that they are setting up a cancer treatment center at Abakrampa. The Ministry of Health will agree to it and say that it will serve the whole community because it's a private hospital. People will pay and go. It's a public good, but private participation is involved. Bernard and Francisca cannot get up and say, we want to build a police station at Bakrampa. It's not the same.
No,
it's not the same.
Bernard, they can do.
It's not the same.
I push back on that point.
It's not the same.
Because is there a security need in the area? Do they need police officers? Right? Merely building the place doesn't mean that you have corrupted the police.
Let me resolve it.
What it means is exactly. But there's a likelihood.
But the hospital we build in Abakrampa will be a private hospital. But the police station is still a public police station. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So I'm saying that inherently tells you the difference between the two. You can run a private hospital, cannot run a private police
station.
But
you can also build a private hospital and hand it over to the public.
Good. But you can choose
which is done repeatedly by members of parliament.
But you can choose to run it. But you can choose to run it privately and still serve the public.
Yes.
But you can't run a police station privately.
Yeah, but
why can't you?
Because our law expressly says, if you read the Constitution,
it's a different category. It's not even. It's not everything that. Sky, this is just common sense. You can't tell me that a police station can be run privately. You don't forget about law. Can you run a police station on your own? Can you? Why not?
Bernard.
Forget about law. Can you? Why not? Because law enforcement doesn't give anybody the audacity to set up a police station. So you cannot tell me there is no separate category from hospital.
Bernard, you see,
you cannot.
We are over pushing this matter. We sat here in the studio, right?
We are not.
Just last week, someone came with what? Potatoes, right?
Look at
right?
this.
No, it's an important matter.
Look at this.
The person came with potatoes, right? Came to gift it to us.
We all ate it.
Yes, we all ate it, right?
Excluding
we receive those things all the time.
Are we police people?
No. You see, you are.
Are we
we are the public.
Are we making a decision
no,
on the basis?
We are the public.
So have I started advertising the guy's company?
No. You see, hold on. Let's apply the principle. Yes. You see, to someone who is listening, journalists, no, ideally, no, you should not be collecting those things because if the person's farm has gone to do ABC,
that's why we declared it.
Hold on.
That's why we declared it.
Hold on. There is less likelihood that you would be able to, expose the farm or do A, B, C, D, and D. So ideally, don't go there at all.
Yes.
You understand? But you see, at what point is it materially necessary to determine whether there has been, an exercise of discretion that undermines the public good?
That's why we declared.
You understand?
That's why we
that
declared.
That is where you ask.
If a policeman takes money from you, does he declare it? Does he declare it on air that somebody has brought me 10 boxes of potatoes that I tell the whole world?
Does the police officer have?
Let's not forsake.
Do you know whether he tells his superiors that
police people should not be collecting money from citizens under any condition? There is no condition that justifies police people collecting money from anybody.
There's a history. There's a context.
There's no condition.
I'm saying that let's not apply the brush of they are all bad.
I am not saying they are all bad. Is that what I've said?
Do you know why I'm saying that?
Is that what I've said?
Recently, I was going to an event somewhere. Then I met a police officer. Right? The police officer approaches me and says, "Oh, Massa, Charlie, no, I used to be with you. We were in Parliament, blah blah blah." So yes, I remember. So Charlie, tomorrow they go bury my my in-law. Right, but nothing for me.
He knows you.
No, it is. You see, that is even a problem.
He says
right?
He used to work with you.
Yeah, we were in Parliament together, right? Then the man said that he said, okay. Well, so I said, okay, Charlie. So nothing for me. I said, okay. Can you support in Sawa business, blah blah blah, and I did that by a rigid application of your principles, which we are pushing here.
Yeah.
I should not do that because tomorrow there's a likelihood that if, knock on wood, Richard Sky does something, that police officer would intervene and do ABCD. I'm saying that let's not apply the rules generally like that.
No.
There are isolated cases where...
Go on. Can I ask you a question? What, from our history,
yes.
Okay, and this situation is within a specific context.
Yes.
If you ask any Ghanaian on the street, their interaction with the police, with regards to extortion, with regards to, something for the boys, what will the story be? Just take 1 out of 3.
There will be those cases, yes.
Those cases will be the majority. Every Ghanaian walking on the street will tell you a similar encounter with the police officer on the road. Will they not? It is within that context. He's not
every Ghanaian.
He's not demonizing the cultural context of gift giving.
That is what he's saying specific to the police.
He's saying that with people
that
who
the
are
police should not
expected
be
to apply...
The police should not.
Wait, he's saying that with people, these are officers of the state. They are supposed to apply the law. You said here that the law itself is objective. So must its application be. It must be objectively applied.
Yes.
But here is the case. If our interaction with them is on the basis of money, even if well intended,
objectivity.
What is the likelihood that the application of the law will not be subjective?
Thank you.
Let me give you another example. Let me respond to your thing with another example, right? If you go to the UK, citizens willingly donate in support of members of parliament, their election, right? In the US, the same thing. If you go to a shop in the UK, in the US, and you go and receive a service, like you went to sit at a pub and you have a drink, the law provides that you provide a tip.
That's the law.
The only reason why the law says that you should do that is to compel you to do it and do it in a way that the law says there's nothing wrong with it. Right? We don't have that provision in our laws. Right? And so therefore, if somebody gives money to someone because the person has done something to the person, right, rendered a service, if you use Western standards, you say that, this is corruption. But there, what they did was to remove the character of it, put it into the law, and say that, oh, when you go, you should give a tip. I am saying that, look, there will be circumstances where all the elements...
Is the tip before the service or after the service?
It's after the service.
Yeah, but
is the tip not institutionalized in the sense that it can even be accounted for by the person who runs the hotel? So what I'm saying is that, you see, when you see, Sky...
Hold on.
What I'm saying is that the Ghana police deal with us informally. A lot of the examples you're giving are true because there are formal structures that guide it. In the relationship between us and the policeman on the road between Accra and Winnipeg, it's dark. There's no light. There's no recourse to his boss. His boss has not much is collected. What I'm saying is, even if you are saying that there must be a relationship between us and the police in that nature, institutionalize it properly. What exists is extortion. In this current form is extortion.
Yeah, not
a
all
person
the time.
in uniform
Not
with a
all
gun
the time.
staring at you in the face at 9:30 p.m. in an isolated road.
When you are frustrated.
There are very good men and women in the police.
They should speak for themselves and they should read the service.
I encounter them.
They should read. It is in their interest.
It
is in their interest to call out their colleagues that are giving them a bad name.
Yeah, so that is why when the last time they arrested these guys along the Ghana-Togo border, Ivory Coast border, right? We spoke against it. We said that it was wrong. They should be prosecuted. And I'm saying that there are good men and women in uniform.
Nobody has said that.
So there's a duty on
nobody has said
police officers should not collect money from this.
Yes.
Why are politicians collecting money?
You keep committing these fallacies. We are talking about police in the context. And
it's the same thing.
So until we stop everybody collecting
money. I just gave you an example
wait. I'm even frustrated. I'm tired.
Can I say something?
I'm saying don't generalize it.
No, I don't think that anybody has generalized because there has been a general acceptance, and we do praise policemen on this show every time they do well. I think the point that is being made is the recognition of the power dynamic and the responsibilities and obligations, and also the fact that no matter what level a policeman is, with a single statement, that policeman can change your life immediately, especially in a very negative way.
Yeah.
You understand? So you do not need a situation where that decision is based on how much you give the policeman. So, typical example. If the two of us, and it's the situation all of us are, and we live in a society where if I show up at a function and somebody from a certain class, and not even from the political class, from a higher social class shows up at the same event, and we all park at the same place and there's a policeman standing there, the policeman will ignore me and go and open the car of that person and collect the person's bag and say, oh boss, Akwaba. Why? Perhaps because he and that person have had several encounters where their relationship goes beyond formal. Now, perhaps when the policeman goes to that person's house to greet him or engage with that person, the person might say, oh, if you are going home, take this for transport. He didn't go there to perform a function. But when we meet at that event, I have an expectation of equality. So if the policeman won't collect my bag, he cannot collect that person's bag, especially if he's not assigned to that person. Or he cannot salute that person and ignore me, especially when that person is not a public official. We are all civilians.
Just got the guy's more
just
money
because
than
the person has more money than
it's like
I
that
do.
if you and guy have an argument, you will be wrong.
He will, yes.
Exactly.
You see, so based on that, our expectation, our general expectation of the police is white.
Fairness.
White.
Yes.
You see, there should be no emotions bound to what they do. There should be nothing bound, which is why we are saying, if you are the concept of gift giving, as you describe it, I have police friends.
Yes, right? You give them things
when they come to my house.
Not
when they are performing their duties.
Hold on.
If he comes to church and meets you after church,
when they come to your house,
you listen.
Doesn't alter the fact of gift giving.
No, hold on.
Right?
When he listen,
and doesn't
the context is as important as the content. The context is as important as the content. Don't ignore the context just for sake of argument.
When I meet that police officer by the roadside, there's a policeman I have a very long tie with based on previous relationship, right? Who on ceremonial days comes to greet my father. He has a very good relationship with my dad. I have encountered this policeman on official duty. He doesn't mind me. He's with these people. They are working.
You.
I've seen him on nightly patrol where they stopped my car, searched my car. He was standing there. He moved on. He was working. No, that's the point I'm making. So that is a reasonable policeman, and that is the expectation for everybody. But hold on. But what we cannot do is to pretend that in practice what we see here is policemen who, based on that constant relationship that has been created, tend to, I'm not saying they always do, tend to overlook the fact that, oh, this is my guy, so he can go.
Exactly. You see where you have landed now. Exactly where I told you about the nature of determining whether a particular gift giving has influenced someone to act in a way as to offend the law. You said, for instance, police officers come to your house every now and then. You know them, right?
Yes.
Who are we to determine that if something happens to you tomorrow, or maybe something happens in your circumstances tomorrow, and those officials are to act, they are likely to act on the basis of what the objective statement of the law is, or they are acting so as to shield you because tomorrow they know that you
Which is why you shouldn't give them anything.
That is exactly the reason why I'm saying that. Look, let us objectively determine.
Don't give them.
Hold on.
Give them anything.
I mean, all of us will not accept anything.
We are not policemen. Don't give them anything.
Look, we
it's a calling.
Ben, hold on,
my brother.
Hold on, wait.
You won't push me on this.
We on radio
don't give policemen anything. They don't need anything from you.
Can do.
Did I ask the guy to give me anything?
Damage, right? We on radio can do greater damage.
I don't think that comparison between law enforcement and journalism.
Because somebody has brought me potatoes, so I'm also unobjective. Did I ask him to give me potatoes? Did I shine short lights in his face? Did I set up a roadblock?
They wear the coat of arms.
What are you saying?
Sky. They wear the coat of arms.
Don't come and intimidate us with your law. We'll take a short break. We have a couple of things coming up. Godfred, if you can read a message.
One message. There's one particular message from someone who calls himself
controversy.
Judas Iscariot.
No, gag him first.
Judas Iscariot says that good morning.
Tie his mouth.
Just know that now it's their baby police assistants who are collecting the money.
Look at that.
See the baby police people.
The nice ones.
These no, the YEA ones.
Look at that.
These are some of their terms. HGC.
What does that mean?
100 Ghana cedis.
Look at that.
FGC.
Look at that.
F guess.
50 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
TGC.
T big GC.
20 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
T small
GC.
Look at that. Look at that.
So you have to know that. Let me teach you the terms. So HGC.
100 Ghana cedis.
FGC.
50 Ghana cedis.
T big GC.
20 Ghana cedis.
T small GC.
2 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's 10 Ghana.
Look, if a police officer collects bribe, he should be arrested, prosecuted. The giver should also be prosecuted and dealt with.
That's all I want
if
from
a
you.
Police officer demands or extorts money from another person, that person should be dealt with.
Yes.
But I am
if
not.
If a policeman suggests,
hold on.
No, do the third one. No, do the third one. Do the third one. So demand is not. It's suggest.
Yes. Suggestion is also wrong.
Touchlight.
But I am
Your
not.
boys are here. Your boys are here.
Yes.
Your boys are here. It's wrong.
The boys are here.
If a policeman begs. So Sky, you said collect wrong.
Yes.
Demand wrong.
Yes.
Beg,
it is also wrong.
Good.
But I am not going to sit here and say that giving money to a police officer without any intention of corrupting the police officer has any wrong attached to it.
I will say it.
I completely
you can give something.
That.
You can give something to somebody without any intention of corrupting them, but it still corrupts them. You give children access to things to watch. You didn't have an intention of corrupting them, it still corrupted them. So your intention may be good, but you will not encourage it because that your pure motive does not sanitize what effect that money has on the policeman.
Unfortunately,
so your pure we don't know the word by your motives alone.
Unfortunately, intention matters.
Oh please,
the problem is the latinate voluptuousness of many of our
the what?
The latinate voluptuousness of many of our women and the Gallic laziness of many of our men. That is basically the reason why we have this trend.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The 13th West African Clean Energy and Environment Trade Fair and Conference, WACI 2025, is here from the 11th to the 12th of November 2025 at the Palms Convention Center in Accra. Theme: greener solutions, stronger economy, driving sustainability, innovation and growth across West Africa. This is 2 power-packed days of clean energy solutions, circular economy innovations, green economy innovations, green finance and policy dialogues, climate adaptation strategies, and sustainable mobility. This is a gathering of industry leaders from West Africa, Europe and beyond. Dedicated workshops and exhibitions from Germany, Switzerland and beyond will showcase cutting-edge technology and solutions, investment and partnership opportunities, exciting live demonstrations. WACI 2025 is organized by the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana and proudly supported by Germany Trade and Invest. Entry is absolutely free.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Ujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement, unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets your own. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it and you really want to eat. If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
If you're hungry and you know it, and there's nothing in the fridge. If you're hungry and you know it, OCM.
OCM.
Yo yani so, yo yani so, yo yani so. OCM.
OCM cereals comes in 3 varieties: wheat, oat, and rice.
Hello, everyone. I am Sewami here. I love OCM, be it in the morning, afternoon, or evening.
Ready to eat?
This advert is FDA approved.
Looking for a university that truly sets you apart? Academic City University Accra offers world-class undergraduate degree programs in engineering, business, informatics, and communication arts. And that's not all. Now introducing master's degrees designed to equip you with industry-relevant skills and global leadership capabilities. Study on a modern campus, learn from international faculty, and gain hands-on experience that sets you apart in today's job market. With over 15 student ventures launched and graduates thriving in top roles across Ghana and abroad, Academic City University is where future-ready leaders are made. Call now 0262-693-870. That's 0262-693-870. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
First impressions matter. Make yours unforgettable with the irresistible scent of Princess Body Mist and Roll-On. Designed for every lady who wants to leave a lasting impression wherever she goes. And for our gentlemen, there is Style Up Perfume and Roll-On. Elevate your presence with a confident, masculine fragrance that keeps you dry and fresh all day. Because your fragrance should speak before you do, use Princess Body Mist and Roll-On and Style Up Perfume and Roll-On. Your daily essentials for smelling good from dawn till dusk. Princess and Style Up. Smell good and feel great together. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
No money and payday is 3 weeks away? How do I fix this? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Fafa can help.
That was Dada Joe before he called Fafa.
Yes. Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required.
Promo is now extended to 31st December. T's and C's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
19 minutes past the hour of 9. Citi Breakfast Show. Do you know that your business growth shouldn't wait? At ABSA, we see your story and understand the challenges SMEs face. That's why ABSA offers SME loans at just 10% interest, giving you affordable financing to expand, restock, or invest in new opportunities. With ABSA, you enjoy quick approvals, flexible repayment terms, and a partner committed to your success. ABSA makes business growth simple and accessible. For more information, visit the nearest ABSA branch or our website, absa.com.gh, or speak to your relationship manager today. We see your story and invite you to write it with us. ABSA, your story matters. Get ready for Walkie 2025, the biggest clean energy and environment event in West Africa. It's 11th and 12th November at the Palms Convention Center on the theme Greener Solutions, Stronger Economy. Join the green movement, innovation, networking, and opportunity await. Prepare to be amazed. Ghana, Kumasi, Takrady, and Accra. Royal Foam is bringing you the biggest sale of the year, the Royal Wow promo. Enjoy wonderful discounts from 10 to 50% on your favorite Royal Foam comfort products. Get 50% off Luna sofas, 30% off beds, 25% off Chesterfield sofas, and 30% off a Dinkra L-shape, and up to 20% off mattresses. Hurry now while stocks last. Call 020-227-1000. That's 020-227-1000. Royal Foam, rest assured. And Ghana's best in manufacturing agro-processing industry are taking on the world, with Stanbic Bank Ghana leading the way. Through its Africa-China Trade Solutions, Stanbic is facilitating the participation of Ghana's promising entrepreneurs and enterprises at the 2025 China International Import Expo in Shanghai. That's how we drive trade, connect markets, and empower growth, because Ghana is our home and we drive her growth. To learn how Stanbic can help your business go global, call 030-340-9210 or email mybusinesscenter@stanbic.com.gh. Great news from Central University, Ghana's leading private Christian university. Entering a new era under the leadership of Professor Samuel Kwesi Dateba, its newly invested Vice Chancellor. With over 20 years in academia, leadership, and organizational development, Professor Dateba is leading a bold transformational agenda aimed at repositioning Central University as a model 21st century African university, distinguished by academic excellence, ethical leadership, and industry relevance. We're going to talk today with him to explore the vision guiding the new phase of Central University's journey, how the university is building a strong legacy while reimagining its role in national development. To also show a bit about the Prof's leadership philosophy, his plans for innovation in teaching and research, and how Central University continues to nurture students who lead with faith and integrity. So my guest, Professor Samuel Kwesi Dateba. Prof, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thanks very much, Bernard, for having me.
Congratulations on your, is it investiture? Is that the word to use? Yes. I wanted to be there, but I couldn't be. Congrats. How did it go?
It went quite well. It was very focused, very inspiring. I would say.
How long have you been in the university, by the way?
Well, I've been with Central since the 1st of September, so
okay.
I'm quite new.
You are new there?
I'm new there.
I see. And what's your area of specialty as an academic?
Well, my area is leadership and organizational development.
Okay.
I'm very passionate about leadership.
So you're going to teach it and you're going to practice it as well?
Yes. I mean, I think that for me, the first job for me is a teacher.
Okay.
The others are add-ons. So, though I'm vice chancellor, you will see me in the lecture halls.
Wonderful. Now, your theme, building on legacy, leading with vision, what does it mean in practical terms for the direction of the university?
Thanks very much. I think Central University has been with us for some time now. And fortunately, it has had very capable individuals leading the university. The theme, building on legacy, leading with vision, captures two key things. It's about continuity and transformation. Continuity in the sense that there are some good things that has been done by my predecessors, and these will be continued. The issue of faith, the issue of ethics, the issue of real commitment to the success of the university. It's also about moving into the future boldly and firmly, and that is where the issue of transformation comes in. So these are the two key words: transformation and continuity. And maybe to be a bit more practical, what we're going to do is that we are going to preserve what works. We are going to improve on what must emerge. And we're going to also introduce new ideas to take the university to where it's supposed to be. So that's the idea behind the theme.
Ghana's university landscape is changing very rapidly. How is the University Central positioning itself to stay competitive and relevant in this rapidly changing education landscape, higher education?
Thanks very much, Bernard, for this. Well, I'm very much aware that globally, institutions that remain in the past will not be relevant for the future. And I see that Central University is no exception in this regard. So as a university, our relevance will be based on developing market sought after programs. And I'm happy to say that we have quite a number of programs lined up that we may see some of them come through before the end of this year and also beginning of the year. Maybe, Bernard, I may give you opportunity. We have a Doctor of Business Administration in Strategic Leadership and Organizational Transformation, which should come through before the end of this year. It's a 3-year program, doctoral program, terminal program at the final stages for approval with GTEC. We have programs like DBA in Digital Marketing. And then we also have one in Finance and Corporate Governance. This is a 3-year doctoral programs that will be rolled out before the end of this year.
Amazing.
That's responding, and these programs have been crafted based on our research and what the needs are in industry. So these are the kind of things that we do as a university to be relevant and to be able to have that punch that we seek to put out there.
So some new programs are coming up, which obviously serve the market need. What about the student experience? What new initiatives are you introducing to improve the student experience, from mentorship, entrepreneurship, to the important issue of employability?
Great. I think one point that I like to touch on and very dear to my heart is the students' experience. And my colleagues in the university are very much aware of it, that I talk about this almost every time. And I always say that, look, the young shall grow. We are not who we are because we became what we are now. We have to go through a process. And so it's the same story for students. And I've met my students. One of the ways we do this to really engage them, we need to understand our students. Their mindsets, the thinking that they have may not be like what we used to have years back. So since I've been in office, I've had meetings with the student leaders. Last week, I had a meeting with the students of the international students in the university to engage, to understand their thinking. And one of the things that's coming through is a stronger emphasis on internship. So the transformation that we're talking about, Central has been doing well in the past, but I think we can ramp it up a bit more. We can be much more focused in terms of the people that we bring on board to engage our students. Central University is one university that really reaches out to industry. So you have quite a number of agents from industry who come on board to operationalize some of the theories that our students learn in class. And therefore, you leave Central University with hands-on expertise to be relevant, to be impactful, and to be a bit more engaging. Another thing I want to talk about is also the emphasis on research.
Okay.
Research, because research matters for universities. What kind of knowledge we put out there might be informed by data. We must be able to challenge theories and come up with innovations that will be relevant to the times. So these experiences put our students in a very well placed position within the ecosystem, and they become relevant. And I must say that anytime you come across a Central University student, you feel that there's a difference. We are not only building their intellectual capacity, we are shaping their character.
Wonderful.
We are shaping their destinies.
We're speaking to the new VC of Central University, Professor Samuel Kwesi Dateba, who was newly invested a few weeks ago, sharing his vision for the university. Partnerships are very key to growth. So how is Central University strengthening collaboration with industry, number one, alumni, number two, and even the church, because you are a church university, right? Central Gospel Church founder is the founder of the university. So talk to me about these partnerships.
Thanks very much again for this opportunity. I mean, in terms of partnership, you are very much aware. For one of the things that I've actually rolled out within the vision that I seek to pursue is the second pillar talks about students' experience and all that. And that has also to do with the partnerships that we currently have with industry. I mean, it will interest you to know that if you come to our School of Architecture and Design, for example, we have high-level, well-placed individuals in the field of architecture who engage our students. So that kind of partnership enriches the students' experience in class. We also bring on board our alumni to help in mentoring our students, to give them experience that you never necessarily get from anywhere else other than individuals who have gone through the mill themselves. So we are strengthening our alumni engagements, we are working with industry, we are partnering with industry. But also with the church, I think that there's a huge opportunity in the church. If you think about the ICGC fraternity, it's a huge organization. You have all kinds of characters there in terms of capacity, in terms of business and all that. And the plans we have now is to come out with an arrangement where we will take advantage of that ecosystem by leveraging on those businesses, sending our students to these places to engage. In fact, just 2 days ago, I met with the chair of the University Church Relations person. And the conversation centered on the fact that let's reach out to the churches, let's identify the movers and shakers who can be of value to the university in terms of placement for internships and all that. So that relationship, I know, is critical to the future of Central University.
Let's end by talking about the graduates, right? So what kind of graduates does the university aim to produce under your leadership? And of course, faith and integrity and ethics are part of this. Talk a bit about how faith and ethics shape that mission.
Well, in Central University, issues of faith and ethics, they are not add-ons. They are a very core foundation.
All right.
So we emphasize this in engagement with our students. I hinted earlier on to say that we do not only develop their mental capacities, we shape characters and we shape their destinies. And what does that mean? What that means is that we intentionally guide our students to know that we are a faith-based organization. We do not only seek that we develop your mind. There are 3 key areas that we look at. We develop your mind, your intellect, we develop your heart, which is your character, and we develop your hands, which is the impact. And that is the distinction between a student from Central University and any other. And I'm very proud to say that our students are raising the bar out there. They are impacting society from entrepreneurship to whatever, in law, in architecture, in pharmacy, in the medical sciences, in engineering, civil engineering, in the business field. We are very strong there. And we take this opportunity to encourage parents to look in that direction. There is a bold decision to move in a certain way, and we are committed to achieving that. I must also take this opportunity to mention that our 24th congregation ceremony will be taking place on Wednesday, the 18th of November, the 19th of November at the Christ Temple East Teshi. So there are 2 sections. We have the 9 a.m. section, and then we have the 1 p.m. section.
I can feel the energy already. I know that I have a lot of friends who do Central, but some are also doing the Accra campuses.
Yes.
So where is the university accessible and so I'm sure there's Mutual, right?
You have the Mutual campus.
There's also
we have the Abosokan, the Christ Temple West, which is Abosokan campus,
yes.
and we have a Kumasi campus as well.
Wonderful.
And we have a lot of our programs in law, in nursing, in business. You know, our Doctor of Business Administration program, which I'll be happy to have you in as.
You keep saying this, a Doctor of Business, eh?
Yes.
It's for people who have MBAs.
Yes, so it's for anyone. Once you have your masters, and it's a 3-year program. It's a modular program, so it will work for the individuals we are targeting. We know they don't have time, so it's a modular program. We'll engage and we'll bring some value to our lives and also to our nation.
Wow, you seem ready for the job. We wish you good luck in this new role as the newly minted Vice Chancellor of the Central University College, taking over from our good friend Professor Bill Buena Pupulampo, and we wish you all the best. You are getting a lot of accolades. Someone says your name is Datus, or is it Datios?
Yeah, well, Someone said
Datios.
Is
it Tech?
Yes. Samens was in Queens, or I was in the Republic.
Oh, nice.
There are some few things about Samens that I cannot say online. I will tell you later on. But
is it?
Oh yeah. So that one, no matter what, I can't say it.
So you were in report. He was in Queens.
Yeah, I was in Queens, but Samens is
it's the whole institution.
Yes, I know. So yeah, Samens is a good man, no doubt. My greetings to Winifred. Samens understands that.
Everybody is aware. Thank you so much. Datios. Speaking to the new VC of the Central University, Professor Samokwesi Dateba. He was invested as VC, I think 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
3 weeks ago. And there's a big event on the 19th at Christ Temple East. There's more coming up. We have a special guest, unannounced. Sami Oku is joining us, not to talk politics, but Godfrey, did you know that Sami Oku has over almost 100 educational institutions in his constituency?
Oh, why are you asking me this?
You are the son of the former MP. Oh, sorry, forgive me. So Kakra is going to talk to Sami Oku and friends from the Ekropon school shortly. But next time you fly with or fly out of Accra, make sure it's on Emirates. Everything is taken care of, even the kids. We have over 250 dedicated kids and family channels like CBBS and Nickelodeon. Non-stop fun all through for little explorers with free toys and new cuddly friends for them. With flights daily, you can now enjoy more convenience and flexibility to over 150 destinations with the Emirates within the Emirates Global Network. Happy Global Customer Service Week from all of us at Omni Basic Bank. To our valued customers, we say thank you for choosing us, and to our beautiful dedicated team, thank you for making service excellence mission possible. For more information, call 0307 08 6000. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. If you're looking out for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola, the Piva Orange Fruit Drink, the Piva Cocktail, the Piva Grapefruit, and the Piva Tangy. Piva Cola is a part of the group of beverages produced by Piva, a taste you certainly love. If you're a young entrepreneur, woman in business, building something remarkable, this is your moment. The Africa Prosperity Dialogues between the 4th and 6th of February are happening here in Accra, focusing on women and youth in Africa single market, encouraging SMEs, collaboration, innovation, networking. Call or WhatsApp 053 609 8325. That's 053 609 8325. Africa Prosperity Dialogue, where business and political leaders meet to drive Africa's single market. And register and be certified with the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It's the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to protect the information you collect about people. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register, or call 025 630 1533. When we come back, there's another exciting conversation with friends from the Ekwapim North constituency, and Godfred, you don't think that you are the only person from that constituency.
Oh, you're also from there, I know.
No, my mother's father is from there.
Yes, I know you are from there.
I was with him at Otaris.
So I also have you come here. I have connections to Ekwapim South that you do not have. So the MP is helping to push the agenda for one of the most important institutions in that constituency. And he's here with 2 of the students from the institution. This Saturday we went to Otariso to support the work of a friend who has a crop improvement center. And Godfred, you don't want to be an MPO.
No, I don't want to be an MP. No,
you
at all.
You come and launch crop improvement center.
I can't.
You go to a Ekropom school for the blind. Then you go to Ojura.
Yes.
When you finish, if there's a speech day, you must go. And apparently, there are how many schools in the constituency?
So I have 87 basic schools.
How many secondary
10
schools?
senior high schools.
And then 2 special
schools and 2 tertiary schools.
So even if you want to go to a school a week, you will finish.
Yes.
And sometimes the speech days clash.
It clashes. No, and you can also have the Ojura clashing.
Oh my God.
2 weeks ago, you had at that same week you had the Grand Ojura happening at Ekropom.
Yes.
Then you had a monochrome.
Oh Lord.
Then you had latte.
Oh God.
The Kubasi one.
So you had to go for all.
Then the following week you had the week before you had Mampong beginning. The following week after the 3, then you had Tutu and another part of latte. Omane Mensa Bonsu's
constituency
town. Then the following week you move into Obosomase and another one.
Wow. And then there are speech days, visitation. Then there's church harvest.
So August, September, you have the send off for being of the churches, the clergy.
And you have to be there.
And Presby. That is August, September. Right after that wave, then you have the Ojura beginning October through December. Well, in between it, you have the harvest of the
We haven't even spoken about Ophir Market.
Not yet.
We haven't come to football gala.
No.
Fundraising events.
But I'm happy that I'm getting to know have many people of Ekwapim descent, and I'm happy that Benadavle will be coming into. As for Akoto, I want it to be on record.
Yes.
He's not an outsider.
He's from your constituency.
As they are accusing somebody that is an outsider in a party.
He's from there.
He's not an outsider.
He's an insider.
There. And it's his father's seat I'm sitting on.
Is it?
So if I fail, he has failed.
Can you imagine?
So I want to tell him that sometimes when it's minor surgery on a matter, let it be minor, not savage butchery. Akrafosi and Richard Sky will do savage butchering.
Is it Akoto? Look at your background.
That's the point. I'm only
no, you know,
holding the phone.
If I don't take a break, you take over this interview.
Please.
This interview is not about you.
Thank you.
So we'll be back. Stay with us.
Them.
It's about the people. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's been 25 years since the Kosovo International School 2000-year group graduated, and we are back to celebrate our silver jubilee. Join us as we hand over our legacy project, the refurbished ICT lab, at the 50th Speech and Prize Giving Day of our alma mater on the 15th of November 2025. Also celebrating their 40th anniversary with the legacy project is the class of 1985, sponsored by Knutsford University, eCube Technologies Ghana Limited, BKT Engineering, Gilo Company Limited, Matt Bands Furniture Company, Nestle Ghana Limited, Togbe Adwefle the First, Absent Mobile Solutions, Volta Hotel, Bridgeview Hotel, The Royal Senchi, Media Partners, XYZ Broadcasting, Joy FM, City FM, and Channel 1 TV. Akosombo International School. Truth is our light.
Pepper powder, a shishi raw. Pepper powder,
Sankofa pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi in Yatum.
It's the Electroland Xmas are picking warmer promotion. Citi is appreciating and Electroland is offering. Buy Nasco LED TV from $6.99 Ghana cedis. And when you buy Nasco French door, you get a free 5-gas cooker. Buy Nasco 425-liter chest freezer and get free 24-inch TV. Now buy the 545 to 800-liter Nasco chest freezers and get free tabletop fridge. Buy selected TCL smart TVs and get free TV wall bracket, air purifier, and professional monitor. Or you can buy TCL side-by-side fridge and get free 24-inch LED TV. Buy the Samsung QLED 4K Neo TVs from 65 to 100-inch and get your free music frame wireless speaker. Buy Samsung DuraCool Twin Cooling Plus and get free blender or 4-burner gas cooker. Now rush to Electroland showrooms or authorized dealers in Ghana. Call 050-315-9339 or visit www.electrolandgh.com.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerfort, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s, you lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
All right, the time check is 9:46 a.m. We're rounding up to 10 a.m. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. I'm Francisca Kakra-Forsen. Of course, Bernard had to leave, but he did an introduction of our next conversation where he mentioned Ekuapem North MP Sami Ewuku, who's joined me in the studio with some friends from the constituency. So Sami, welcome. It's good to see you. We also have Michael Kofi. He's a music instructor for the School of the Blind and also a former student. Michael, welcome. Thank you very And thanks for joining us. And we have a lady and a gentleman, 2 students from the Ekropon School for the Blind, Benedicta Odate. Benedicta, say hello. Hello. How are you? Okay, I'll need you to draw closer a bit, so if we can help her, great. And then we have Stephen Osrede. Stephen, did I get your name right? Yes, Stephen, you're welcome. Okay, before I get into the conversation, I'm interested in who you are. Just I'll start with you, Benedicta. Just tell us about yourself.
My name is Benedicta Date, and I'm a student of the Ekropon School for the Blind, and I'm in GHS 3, and also I hold the post of Girls Dining Hall Overseer.
Is it because you like food?
Girls Dining Hall Overseer.
Girls Dining Hall Overseer. That's amazing. What about you, Stephen? What can you tell us about yourself?
Please, my name is Stephen Osrede, and I am JHS 2. I attend school at Ekropon School for the Blind.
Okay. Can I ask what your favorite subject is?
Yes, please.
What is it?
Please, mathematics.
Maths. How about you, Benedicta?
Science.
Science. Oh my goodness. What are your future ambitions? What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a lawyer in future.
You want to be a lawyer? Well, I'm a lawyer too, so maybe we should have a conversation.
Okay.
I see. How about you, Stephen?
Please, I want to be a professor.
A professor in what?
In ICT.
Oh, wow. I wish you guys the best. This is amazing. But let me come back to Mr. Kofi. Michael, you're celebrating 80 years of blind or inclusive education. Tell us about that.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. The school was established in the 1940s. That's 1945 exactly. So now we are 80 years, and we're celebrating that.
How has the road been, the journey?
It's been good. Let me say that the establishment of the school itself is an achievement because it is the first and only in Sub-Saharan Africa, and we should be proud of that. So the establishment of the school itself is an achievement. The whole Africa or Sub-Saharan Africa, that's the first. And over the years, they have had challenges and, the other way around, achievement. So when you ask me, I'll just give you...
So let's start with the positive. What have you achieved over the years? What have been the successes?
School for the Blind is one of the only institutions in Africa whose product is the Secretary General of UN's Special Aid for People with Disability. Yeah, Madam Gertrude Oforiwa. And School for the Blind also produced the first visually impaired lawyer in Ghana, Dr. Corina. School for the Blind also produced a lot of people who also sat as board members of the GTEC and other prestigious positions in the country. So we've had enough benefits to talk about or achievement to pronounce.
Do you find that our society, the Ghanaian society, is inclusive enough?
I would say yes to some extent because our culture gives us that perspective of people with disability being curses, being unfortunate and other things. In the olden days, they will see them off the way they did. And so to some extent, I would say yes. But now with the advent of education and awareness, I believe we are coming to that bridge where we are getting included in everything that we do. Buildings are being manufactured or designed to help the blind. Facilities are coming around. Machines are speaking to our parents and students who are blind. And we have all facilities coming up, not only in Ghana, but everywhere now. We have access to some of them. And some of them are also challenges.
So it's steady progress.
Yeah. So we believe that the trend is really coming closer and we are really breaking grounds.
Sami, I'll bring you in the last 1 year or less. You've been working with the school. Tell us what you've been up to.
So thank you very much, Francesca, and thank you for the opportunity together with my wonderful team from the Ekropon School for the Blind. Just as Michael said, it's 80 years of blind education in Ghana and being the first blind institution for the visually impaired to be established in Sub-Saharan Africa. They faced their own tragedies, they recorded their own successes and all. I took keen interest in what they do about 5 years ago. And I have been closer to the school, regularly go there to sometimes give my generous contribution, even when I wasn't a member of parliament. Last year, the same month, I think around August or so, my attention was drawn to the fact that when they are sometimes crossing street, they use the white canes to, for their movement. I I decided that we will mobilize some white canes, almost about 600 of them, to donate. Then I had also started a project there about a year and a half ago with the administration that it's not something that we've been able to complete. This was before I became a member of parliament. Becoming a member of parliament, I felt that now I'm no longer a friend to the school. I'm now part of their lives because I'm their elected representative, and their cry should be my cry, and whatever that we do together. Even though I've led quite a number of colleagues to do their own sometimes donations in terms of food items, in terms of groceries and all, I believe it's about time that we get corporate Ghana involved to support these special needs schools. I'm an MP under siege a bit, and I say this because I have a lot of educational facilities in my constituency. I have 87 basic schools. I have 10 senior high schools. I have 2 special needs schools, school for the deaf, which is in Mampong, and school for the blind, which is in Ekropon. Then I have 2 tertiary institutions, so almost over 100 of such educational facilities. And imagine if every week you are even attending to one of them. That in itself is
so you're being stretched everywhere.
I am being stretched. And coupled with that, you also have the mandate to deliver in the other sectors of the economy. But the one thing I love about the students of the School for the Blind is their resilience. And even when they've demonstrated that limitation cannot defeat purpose. And again, they've demonstrated that disability is not inability. If you go to visit them, sometimes I pass by the school. I've also provided additional security to the campus to avoid theft, and some people go to also sometimes steal from the facility. We beefed up security even also at the entrance for them, as an MP and at my own cost. I'm looking at also partnering with them to help develop some of the infrastructural gap. Okay. Let me commend the Minister for Education. It was at the 80th anniversary on Saturday, where he did indicated that, a school with a population of about 400, and they have only 77 teaching and non-teaching staff. And these are special needs children and students. And so meaning that they demand greater care and attention. And so now the ministry is offering to increase that tally with additional 25 picks to strengthen both teaching and non-teaching staff, which we are grateful to them on that. But that is also not enough. Government's intervention in the special needs schools has been coming but not adequate. And I want to use your medium that no one can anticipate the time of disaster. It can happen to you, happen to your child, or happen to your relative. These are God's special gifts to us. And how we extend that hand of friendship to them and support them in their most difficult time. And they are extremely brilliant. You have Stephen telling you here that he wants to be a professor.
He wants to be a professor, and he loves maths.
And he's a student of mathematics. One of their very brilliant students. Then you have
Benedicta wants to be a lawyer.
Wants to be a lawyer like you and I.
Yes.
So meaning that when we are able to help our colleagues, they may end up becoming sometimes the game changers of our society. And when people like them are able to climb higher, I believe that it sets the stone and the foundation stone for people to also aspire for greater heights. They've produced quite a good number of people, diverse background, but the fierce agency of the time, 80 years of blind education, I believe that a lot has been done, but we have more work to do. And I want to use your platform and your medium. If there's any way that you can assist this school, your little donation, nothing is too small. Something can buy a bag of rice. Something can buy a bottle of oil.
Is there a number they can send money to?
We will furnish Citi with that, so that subsequently too when you announce it. But I believe that in the meantime, when they reach out to you, people have your own number here as well. In the meantime, and any contribution, we are very confident that Citi too will do the needful and push it on to them. And I think it will be your own way of raising awareness on blind education. And also, I want to plead with Citi that as you extend a hand of generosity, always remember them. When the tidal waves issue happened, Citi mobilized a lot of support. I believe that blind education too needs that support as well.
So it's a call for partnership.
It is a call for partnership. They have so many infrastructural gaps. And it will interest you to know they also have their own athletics.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's different from...
we have an athletics.
They do track and field events.
Okay.
High jumping, athletics. One of these days, I'll come take you guys to go and observe
We
them.
should, because that sounds impossible. How do they achieve that? How do they jump something high and without seeing?
Yeah, let me throw light on that. Usually when we have to jump on the high jumps, we count our feet steps from where the jump is. Then when we go, we know that we have taken 20 steps away. So as we run to the jump, we count. Maybe after 19, hop. And then they do really jump very well. And you would love to see them jump. So we would invite...
So there's the mathematics of it. They do the calculations.
Your
that's
steps.
amazing.
And then you make sure at the exact number of steps you took away, you just jump and you have it.
That's amazing. It makes us see the things we take for granted. But I found it interesting. You are the music instructor of the Ekropon School for the Blind. You're also a past student or a former student. Tell us why music is important in this setting.
Thank you for the opportunity. Names like Steve Wonder, names like Ray Charles, a lot of them, Louis Dogbe, have all been great musicians. And what we know is that God has given them extra senses in their hearing, their speech, and in their comprehension. It would amaze you to note that when I teach them music with the script, and I have forgotten the verses,
they remember
off their head. If it's 10 verses, they have all that. The notes that I even read for them, they keep the notes and they tell you all that. So the memory is very sharp.
So Stephen and Benedicta are also part of the music team of the choir?
Yeah, they're the choristers. Stephen is a bass singer, and then Benedicta is a treble singer.
The bass and the treble. Then you guys have to sing something nice for us. So.
You can do a song together? One song together?
Just one song.
Let's do one song that we'll hear the bass and the treble. Just quickly before the news comes
so
in.
their colleagues are in the bus, because when we're going to Channel 1, that's where they will perform there. But give me just one song.
Just one song. Any common song.
Any common song you want to sing too.
Should we give you beat?
Benedicta, start. Give that to him.
From any of the common songs that you have.
You guys,
Yes, sir.
Ready? Go.
Yes, Christo.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, yes, Christo, don't bash Nafao Pamayen Siayen Sudai Ye free Musio Nama Otamfu
All right, great.
So, Francisca, I just want to thank you and your team, and it's my hope and prayer that God will touch many of the people listening to us to also extend a hand of generosity. From here, we're also going to Channel 1 TV by the kind courtesy of your management as well, where they will perform on your TV as well as a choir. And please,
so any donation, you can reach out to the school directly, or you can come to Citi FM or Channel 1.
And then also you have your own number for now that I no. Okay, so then we'll finish you with the numbers as well.
Please do.
And then maybe going forward, you guys too can assist the
Please do. We'll be happy to help, and we're grateful. In the studio with me, Sami Oku, MP for Ikuapem North, Michael Kofi, music instructor, Ekropon School of the Blind, and Benedicta Odate and Stephen Osrede, 2 students from the Ekropon School of the Blind.
Meantime,
yes.
They can reach out to the school, reach out to Citi FM, or to me as a member of parliament.
Okay.
And I'm sure my phone number is a common number.
Okay, thanks for passing through, and we'll
when
definitely
they reach
reach
CTFM will definitely let them have my number.
Certainly.
Yes.
We're grateful to you. And it's a minute past 10 o'clock. It's time for the news.
Yes, it's time for the news. And coming up, government to release full report on August 6 helicopter crash today. And labor unions unhappy with 9% salary increment for 2026. To the details now.